This is Cafe One! Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorafor, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Chops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Chops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the season opener of the Rsdl Division 2. My name is Khan, and I am here with the very beautiful Milia. How are you doing, Milia?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Nice, that's great. Some of our sponsors lined up this season. You remember Game 8 from the previous season? Yes, they stuck with us. Rsdl Gaming 2. And this season, we are, delighted to be joined by our entertainment partner,
Just Chops.
Guys, Just Chops is bringing all the entertainment, all the food, all the refreshments we need for this season to be wonderful. And don't forget that this season is proudly brought to you by 43 Esports. We want you to expect a lot of excitement. We want you to expect a lot of shocks. We want you to expect a lot of like oohs and ahs and wonderful gameplay. Our athletes are ready. And we have one man that has been the talk of the town for the past couple of years. He decided to come in this season and show us that he still has what it takes to reclaim the crown from who we've anointed the best gamer in River State. And I have with me this evening or this morning, wherever you are, Indaboski. Let's go to Indaboski. So, Indaboski, you're looking great this morning. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Let's go.
All the players in the league this season, they look up to you with respect. Some of them are your players you trained, players you mentored, but you've come in to grind with them. Fight for that trophy with them. Do you think you have what it takes, to win? Because it looks like you've been out of the game for a while.
Yeah. I know I've been out of the game for a while, and then a lot of them are my friends, my brothers. Spar together. A lot of them are my understudies, as we like to call it. But yes, I know that I have what it takes. I have so much more to give to the community, and despite being out of it for a while, I know that I still have what it takes. So let's see how it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard Indaboski, the man there, and we hope that he has what it takes to take the crown home this season. We'll head over to the guys at the commentary duties today, Imzaz and Sharks. Hi guys.
in the lead already. And you can see that Chuku is here with uh, Atletico Madrid. I don't think this wasn't the team he used when he was in the knockout stages. Or was it because this is 95 rated now?
Yeah, I feel that should be the reason. Atletico, they have the agility and everything needed, and Chuku has just drawn a goal back and is finally back into the game against Indabuski.
Wonderful goal there by Chukwuchuku. I mean, if there's one thing you should have on your mind, it is never to write this guy out, Chukwuchuku. He always has a way of, turning up his gameplay. Here is Indabuski now at the byline. Take that corner kick for Indabuski. 1-1 between these two guys. 23 minutes gone already.
Yeah, I feel there's a reason Chukwuchuku ended he ended the knockout series unbeaten, and I think that he wants to really show that I can't just do it in the knockout stages. On the big stage in the league, I can also emulate that. So I feel this is going to be a really, really tight game, but he will not back down, that's for sure.
Honestly, for me, I feel this is going to be different because this, is 95 rated. It wasn't like the knockout stages where it was kick off. This 95 rated. Mostly all players here, on same level, right?
Yeah, in a way, they are mostly all, because from what we saw during the knockout series, you could say majority of them are basically on the same level. So I feel the 95 rated would also
even the playing field, right?
Yeah, even the playing field, it would really even it, and you just have to just use the little advantages you have, like I've said before, the height and probably the animation changes to your advantage.
Well, 32 minutes gone. First game of the Rsdl. Chukwuchuku against Indabuski. If you're tuning in live, do well to drop in your comments in the live commentary section. We will love to engage with you. We would love to see your reactions. Also, you can drop predictions for the score lines on every fixture. Just, participate, join the team, join the family. Do not just watch, also share your reactions. Over the past 10 minutes, I've seen that these two, they have not been able to, keep possession. Scrambling up for the ball.
Yeah, you could say both players, since the first two goals, they've tried to be a bit more cautious. Indabuski having the upper hand, because I've seen him get into Chukwuchuku's box a couple of times, but Chukwuchuku's last line of defense is always active.
Through pass there, Chukwuchuku in space. Almost got a goal there, but he will settle for a corner kick. Corner taken shortly. Here is Chooks now. Just at the edge of Indabuski's box. Look at that passing there. Intricate passing. He finds space. Oh! A corner again for Chooks. It's taking short. Still taking time. And I think that's the end of this half. That's all we will see for the first half in this game.
Yeah, you could say the first half, it was basically Indabuski for the first 30 minutes in game, and the last 15 minutes Chukwuchuku had the upper hand in that. Unlucky for him not to get the goal, but he really hoped to change that in this second half. And we are underway in the second half. Chukwuchuku attacking from right to left, as usual in Atletico Madrid's jerseys, and he just seemed to want to get the ball there in the box, but Indabuski again, calm, composed, and tries to play out from the back.
But these two are, like I said earlier in the first half, finding it hard to get control of this game. I mean, they're giving possession away too cheaply. After the first two goals, 1-1 between these two, it has been stalemate between these two. Nobody has been able to take this game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, Chukwuchuku has probably had the better chances up until this time. Like I said,
just that last one before we headed into halftime, right?
Yeah, and even as soon as the second half began, he's almost had a goal himself, but the final pass, the final action has not just come into play for him. I feel if he continues this way, one of those passes is bound to get to the player's feet. Probably get a goal there.
I mean, there's a way about Chukwuchukwu's passing. It's just so. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching an hour mark in game time, and it is still 1-1 between these two guys, Chukwuchukwu against Ndaboski. Remember, Ndaboski qualified as the best loser into this league. It was so close to not qualifying, but it will be sad to see a player of his caliber not get into the Rsdl, and he's here and he has a lot to give to us.
Yeah, talking about him qualifying as the best loser, he actually ended up in that group with 9 points. That just goes to show how tough his group was.
I mean, Group A, 9 points, meaning like 3 players were on 9 points.
Yeah, 3 players on 9 points in that group, and of all things, Ndaboski couldn't finish in the top 2. That just goes. That was probably one of the toughest groups we saw in the knockout stages. But at least now he's in the Rsdl and he's here to show his quality, and we can all see that in this game.
Chukwuchukwu in possession. Oh wow, long diagonal pass there. Is he offside? Yes, yes. I mean, this has always been an OP technique for me. This long through walls, away from the view of the camera. If you're not looking straight into the radar, you will barely find out that there's a player already sprinting away into your box. It's something you need to be very, very wary of, especially when you're playing against a player that has that technique in his pouch.
Yeah, immediately the game usually starts and somebody pulls that off. I just know we are in for pure hoops in the particular match, and that's exactly what we've seen here.
73 minutes gone, and it is still 1-1 between these two. Not seeing a lot of attacks, but Chukwuchukwu almost getting a shot away there. Here is Ndaboski, who turned defense into attack, but was sloppy on that pass. Chukwuchukwu now in possession. He's seeing a runner in behind. And Ndaboski does so well to defend that cleanly.
Must say his defending has been really, really immense in this game.
I mean, the best attacks in this game I've seen have actually come from Chukwuchukwu. So it's just sad that he has not been clinical enough to take his chances.
Yeah, I've not really seen anything special from Ndaboski attack-wise in this second half. But the funny thing about stuff like this is that when you get that one chance...
I mean, we didn't even see the first goal. I mean, the first chance he probably got was what he used in scoring. And up until now, we've not been able to see a clear-cut, opportunity for Ndaboski in this game. All chances has fell to Chukwuchukwu.
Like, he's been all over Ndaboski, right from his pressing and even the way he defends. He doesn't really let Ndaboski get close to his box. He does try to cut out every pass, and Ndaboski is really struggling against that.
Wow, that gets through. Look, man, 87 minutes. Can Chukwuchukwu muster one last attack? He's in the box a lot of times. Oh! Chukwuchukwu seems to have had the final say in this game. I mean, the chances were coming. He was knocking fervently on the doors of Ndaboski. Look at that pass there to Solot. That turn just sent Upamecano away. And it was cleanly slotted home by Chukwuchukwu. I think that is it. Wow. Wow. Wonderful from these two guys. I mean, this game was... It looked like both players seemed to, they might share points, but just at the death of the game, 87 minutes, Chukwuchukwu pulls out something special and finds his way to clinch all 3 points. What can you say about this game?
Yeah, the fact that he went behind early on in the game and still managed to grind out a win, that just goes to show what kind of player he is. There's a reason I actually chose him, as probably one of the players that stood out for me right from the qualification stages. You could see it, the quality was there. I think even in the qualification stages, he drew his first game against Marvelous. and
Yeah,
then he
yeah.
went on a winning streak, winning 3 out of 3 games after that, finishing on 10 points. And now he's continued in that exact way in the RSDL. That's like 5 games unbeaten now. This just reminds me of El Dorado during the
The
RSPL
RSPL,
last
right?
season. Yeah, unbeaten from the qualification stages and into the RSDL.
A
We
fine
just hope,
stats also in the RSDL.
yeah, a really really fine start. This particular match was pure dominance from Chukuchuku, I must say.
To
It's
say pure dominance, I mean, Indaboski took the lead first off, and after Chukwuchukwu equalized, it was kind of like a tussle to control the game. Although, yes, most of the clean cut chances fell to Chukwuchukwu, but Indaboski, taking nothing away from his defense, he was actually colossal in that, only to give it up at the dying minutes of the game.
yeah, yes, in a way he was his defending was really really awesome, but when it came to the attacking, Chukuchuku had the upper hand every time.
Yeah.
In the second half, I don't think Indabuski was even able to register his shots. Like Chukuchuku's defending and attacking was just elite, and that just goes to show what the RSDL is all about.
For
Quality
me, I
players
think
everywhere.
in this particular game, Indaboski did more of the defending. I mean, he showed a lot of defending masterclass in this particular game. His defending was on point, if you ask me. It was just, I mean, how many can you defend? That's
Yeah.
the thing. You cut out attacks of like, let's say 10. Surely one is bound to, get in. And it's just so sad that got in at, the dying minutes of the game. Well, that is that for the first game of the RSDL. We saw Chukwuchukwu take 3 points away from Indaboski. And Indaboski currently is bottom of the table. Chukwuchukwu, you said earlier, your favorite player right from the knockout stages. Do you see him going all the way to,
From what I've seen, this is a long way to success. So
yeah.
you can start. It's not about how you start; it's about how you
True.
finish. I don't want it to be a repeat of what happened last time.
I know you want
Yeah.
to say something, but to not.
Yeah, the repeat of what happened last time. And I feel he's the kind of player, he doesn't talk too much.
Yeah.
He just wants to just play the game, and you could see he's always concentrated. Even when he went behind, you could see utmost concentration from him, and he found a way to grind out the win. So yeah, I feel he's a contender for this RSDL.
Unlike his opponent in Daboski, I mean, a lot of players we interviewed, most especially those who came into the RSDL, they were all giving their, reps to this guy in Daboski. I mean, there were times when I interviewed these players and I asked, who do you think is a contender for the title, for the RSDL title? And most of them were saying Indaboski might be a threat to my run for the title. So I'm really not going to write off this first game. I'm not going to write him off based on this first game yet. I mean, I think he still has a lot to offer for us. He has a lot to offer.
Yeah, it's really really possible. It's if you remember if I remember correctly, in the RSPL, PJ, who happened to be a contender as well, he lost his first game to El Dorado.
True.
And then by the third week he sat on top of the table, but after then he kind of dropped to third. But that just goes to show it's not the first game. It's not about the first game, like I said. It's not about how you start but how you finish.
Yeah.
PJ, he lost his first game, and that didn't keep him down. Decided to still keep pushing forward, and in the end finished as the third best in the RSPL. So yeah, Indabuski is not written off, definitely.
I mean, it could be a fairy tale coming from being the best loser in the knockout stages. Do you think maybe that has put a kind of smoke over his head? I mean, it's kind of demoralizing to come in to the RSDL from
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't think it will actually phase him, because in his mind he's like, I finished on 9 points, any other group and I might be top. That just goes to show how tough his own group was. So I really feel that it wouldn't have phased him. And you could say it was because of goal difference too. He didn't actually finish in the top 2, and he got the best loser spot. But I don't think that's the kind of thing to face somebody like Indabuski, someone that everybody gives their respect. Some actually say he's their mentor. So he could not understand. Yes, exactly. I think he onboarded many Port Harcourt gamers. So so you could see I don't think this loss will really do anything to him. Of course, Chukwuchukwu is a really formidable opponent, and
yeah, he is.
He actually put up a good fight, just a 1 goal difference. So
1 goal difference loss, it's not really much per se. I mean, you could see how goal differences did a lot for these players in the RSPL last season. I mean, people were just, most especially somebody like Dexter was saying he just wants to get his 3 points and all of that. But I'm sure, I'm very, very certain that he felt pressure the moment PJ took away 8 goals from him. So the best thing you can do for yourself, it's actually an advice now to the players if they are tuning in. The best thing you can do for yourself is, as much as you're trying your best to not lose, also try your best not to concede, um, or to lose by a large goal margin. I think that's the best, course of gameplay for me.
Yeah, Dexter, would you say he was really, really lucky last time? Because at the moment PJ won him 8 goals to 2, I feel the title was in PJ's hands, but PJ couldn't just keep up the fight, and Dexter ended up winning. So, like you said, losing by a large goal margin will really put
Can
a
do a
dent
lot.
to your it could put a dent to your title hopes
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah. So even if you're losing, you try not to lose by that much because you never can tell how it might end up.
At the end of the league, right?
Yeah.
Well, next up, second match for the day will be Coldest Snow against El Dorado. I mean, Coldest Snow, who had, will I say, a bad time in the knockout stages. I don't think it was a bad time because he actually topped that group, did he?
Yeah, he did actually.
Losing his first match against this team that Boski was just talking about. I mean, it goes a lot to show how the mentality of these players can be. Some players lose their first game and they turn on beast mode. Some players lose their first game and it's all downhill for them. Some players could win their first game and they could be high on confidence and feel, oh, okay, because I won the first, it's a smooth sail for me, and then be in the next game it goes haywire for them. So it depends on the mentality of these players. Up next, we're seeing this guy El Dorado take on Codesno, who topped his Group A. Actually, the group in WC qualified as the best loser from going against El Dorado. Somebody who we thought we will never ever see in the in the Division Two league. But like Khan used to say, talk is cheap. Do the work with your fingers on the controllers. So El Dorado relegated from the RSPL into the RSDL. How do you think his campaign is going to be this time around?
Well, he knows he kind of messed up towards the closing stages of the RSPL, and
Yeah,
he wants to bounce back. And what better way to bounce back than your first game in the RSDL?
true.
He knows people have had their talks behind saying El Dorado probably dropped to the RSDL, and
Yeah,
it's probably gotten to him. So he has a point to prove. I feel in his last 5 games towards the end of the RSPL, he had 4 losses and 1 win. The only win
that's
coming against Chisco Fingers.
wow.
So you could say
That drawn.
he's probably gone to grind more, and now he's come back stronger. You can't conclude or you can't judge him based on how he ended his RSPL campaign. So I feel in this particular game against Code Snow, he wants to really, really get the win.
Yeah, he has a point to prove. A serious point to prove to his fans, to his should I use the word haters? Yes. So he has a serious point to prove. And one of the beauty of the RSDL is the new names, Coldest Snow being one of them. I mean, this is not somebody he sees on a regular. I know, yes, he might probably know Coldest from, the gaming scene in Port Harcourt, but going against this kind of player competitively in a setting like this, it, we could see the turnout of events after this guy lost his first game in the knockout stages. It was superb. I mean, after losing your first, going on to win the rest and top your group. I mean, this guy is coming with confidence, and I'm struggling to see how El Dorado will be able to match this guy. But El Dorado, if we're going to judge based on his start in the RSPL, he could do wonders here in the RSDL. I mean, this is obviously the lower division, so he has a lot to prove, and he will have to start off with this guy, Codes Snow. You watched Codes Snow. I mean, what do you think his style of play is?
Yeah, it's similar to someone like Ndabuski. In the game against Ndabuski, we saw he was trying all those passes down the middle. Eldorado is someone he can attack from the middle, he can attack from the wings. So I feel Codes, if he really wants to contain Eldorado today, he should focus more on putting out a deep block. I feel a deep block might actually work for him because Eldorado is the kind of player that he has many solutions. He
Yeah,
has many
true.
solutions. Yeah, he can attack from different spots. He can hurt you from different positions. So I feel Codes like should just put up a deep block or just play his game. Even if Eldorado scores, you should just try to outscore him. That's the kind of thing I feel would work best because this game is at this point almost basically just outscoring your opponent. So
So remember, this is the 95 rated gameplay. This isn't the kick-off stages we had in the knockout stages. So if I can remember in the RSPL, Eldorado picked, or you went with
PSG.
PSG. Yes, I think he'll be sticking to that, won't he?
Yeah, he should. PSG worked for him. It's worked really well for him. Yeah. Even in the games he lost, you could say the games he lost in the RSPL towards the end, you could see his attack was still really good, but I feel his defending kind of dropped off a bit. He was still scoring the goals.
Sure.
He was still building up those the beautiful passes. We saw it from him, but he was either failing to convert or not defending properly. If I remember perfectly, the game against Doom, that was, would you say that was peak Eldorado because it was a back and forth something there. Doom, Eldorado went ahead, Doom came back, Doom went ahead, and Eldorado equalized.
Sure.
That was at that point we were almost like about to crown him king, but that
But
was
after
when
that match,
downfall.
that was the downward spiral for this guy.
That was the downward spiral.
But if there's one thing I'm not going to take away from Eldorado is the fact that this guy knows how to attack. He knows how to come back. If we're going to talk about comeback wins in the RSPL, I think he should be top three. Should be top three. Yeah, there were, I think, a few games where he went behind. That game, his first game, particularly against PJ, he went behind in the first minute, and I think he won that game by 5 goals to 1. To 2, right?
5 goals
So
to 2, yeah.
this guy, just as you said earlier, he has solutions for literally almost every situation. He goes behind. He has there's one thing he actually does, when he just hits the pause and then goes into team management. It's something he just tweaks in there, and every player just begins to come alive in the gameplay. So I'm really, really hoping for something exciting from these two guys. We are going to head into gameplay in a bit. Codes against Eldorado. Just a quick shout out to our sponsors. We see you, Game Villa, doing the best. We can see also 43 Esports for putting all this together. Beside you, we also do have Just Chops, with all the pastries.
Yeah, talking about Eldorado, you said he's the comeback. Would you say he's a comeback king? We saw quite some spectacular comebacks from other players in the RSPL.
Yeah.
But that first game which he went behind against PA, and I think it was from a goalkeeper error. Immediately after he went behind, he just went to his settings, and before we knew it, the game ended 5-2. The attack upon attacks again in that game against PJ really showed the quality of the kind of player that he is. So I expect to see that in the RSDL. You wouldn't say because that was the RSPL, he should easily dominate this. There are new names, new gamers, new players who are willing to put up a fight, and we expect it to just play out the way we hope. And surprisingly, Eldorado has opted for Barcelona this time around.
Wow. Switching to his favorite team. I mean, Eldorado is a Barcelona fan. You can see him wearing that jersey, obviously.
Yeah, but you say it's 95 rated, so that's why he opted for Barcelona. But last time I feel PSG kind of did work for him, and his reasons for switching are not known yet, but we hope to find out real soon.
Well, yes, we are into the second match of the day. We have about 10 games to go today. Oh, wow. Codes. Oh! 8 minutes in, and Codes has broken the deadlock. Wow.
Totally against the run of play. It seemed like Eldorado wanted to attack, and Codes on the counter there. One chance, bang, and of course he's gotten the lead here.
And there's something about this Dortmund of a team. This 95 rated Dortmund. I mean, they are so OP. I mean, I saw someone like Mr. Morale. This is his go-to team. I will not be surprised if this is the same team Mr. Morale will, use to do battle here in the Rsdl. Eldorado is behind. We were saying something about him being the comeback king of the RSPL. Do you see that happening here in this particular game?
Well, we see early on in the game. I think it's in the first 15 minutes, so there's still quite a lot of time for something spectacular to happen. And we've seen it not once, not twice. He's the kind of player who, under pressure, he doesn't really give up that way. So I expect something fun. But on the other hand, Codes, you said he finished top of his group in Group A on 9 points. So it's not going to be a walkover for Eldorado. So he needs to really put up a fight if he's to get something out of this game.
14 minutes gone and Codes is on top with a goal against Eldorado. Second match of the Rsdl week 1.
I think I must say, this doesn't look like the Codes we saw in the first game against Indaboski.
I mean, yes, because Indaboski totally dominated that game, but I think it was probably nerves. It happens a lot of times. Some, players just need that ass whooping in the first game, and then they get going in the second game. We see a comment here coming in from Rsdl. It says, Eldorado, my baby, I'm rooting for you. I mean, it's really nice to see the fans of these Esports athletes, watching live, tuning live to support. That's the love, that's the fun. So yes, do well to keep your comments coming in. We would love to engage with you. We would love to interact with you. Also, drop predictions of this game if you think you know or you feel. Eldorado with an equalizer in the 24th minute. I mean, it was coming.
What a goal that was! What a goal! Like you could see, he tried to shoot it there and he cancelled. The fake shot
was totally unlike Eldorado. I don't think I've ever seen him cancel a shot before.
Well, there's a first time for everything, and he's done it here, and he's gotten him the equalizer. So I don't think he'll really care about that.
Well, we are in for exciting EAFC gameplay. Codes has lost his lead against Eldorado. It is 1-1 now. As Eldorado is attacking with Lamine Yamal. Cuts back. Ooh, couldn't find Petri there.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Eldorado is the kind of player that can hurt you from different positions. You could see down the wing. You probably think he wants to cut inside, but no, he decided to go on the outside again and try to cut the ball back. But Dortmund, something about this Dortmund, like you said, I've heard a lot of people speaking about them, the 95 rated version of them, and well, we're about to find out what's about the team.
John Emmanuel with a comment saying El Chapo with the composure fire emoji. I think Eldorado has a lot of fans tuning in today. Oh, hold on, mistake from Codes Snow, and that has given Eldorado a chance to bury in the second goal. Eldorado goes ahead again. What a blunder there from Codes Snow.
Really bad there. It's not something you would expect from somebody of Codes Snow's caliber, but well, it's happened, and Eldorado, he capitalized on that, and he's gotten himself in the lead.
Always steal that chance if you give it to him. Well, Eldorado has completed the comeback in just 37 minutes. It's on the verge to get another. Oh, what a beautiful! Wow, that would have been contender for goal of the week there.
The first game, the second game actually, that's really crazy.
Codes Snow with a chance now to get an equalizer. Bruise off the ball there by Alawood. Fine defending. Eldorado seems to be in total control of this game ever since he came back and equalized.
Yeah, the way he's passing is just really. There's some passes that he sees that me, the commentators, I don't even see. I wonder how he's doing that, because probably he's, that's the way the mind works. And Eldorado on the chance again.
Eldorado with a cushion lead. He's 2 goals up now, 3-1. I mean, this guy, you were just saying something about the way he passes the ball. I mean, that lofted through pass into the path of Lamine Yamal was OP. There was no way, no how he was going to save that. We knew already before that ball left his booth that it was going to be in the back of the net.
Well, Eldorado, this is the kind of start you would have wanted in this Rsdl. After the way his RSPL campaign ended, this is definitely the kind of start you would have expected from him. And well, he's on to a good start. It just reminds me, like I said, his first game against PJ, he went behind and he ended up winning this game. And then again here, he's gone behind and he still found a way to go like 2 goals up rather in the first half. So that just goes to show the mental fortitude. Well, we hope he can keep it up this way and not fall off like last time.
Well, it just goes to say again how incredible of a guy Eldorado is. I mean, you said earlier that he was a comeback king, and yet again he has done it. First game again, he came back. You know, the first game in the RSPL, he came back against PJ. Now again, he's doing the same thing. He considered early on in that game against PJ, and also in this game, he considered early on too. But he has done the comeback. We're seeing that fan again there, Rsdl, Eldorado, the goats.
Yeah, it's
I don't think Codes Snow fans tuned in today.
It's kind of putting off a goat-like performance. So
I don't think Codes Snow is playing so bad. I mean, it's just the intricate passing of Eldorado that's just creating a whole lot of space for him.
Yeah, and the way he turns, like he's controlling tight spaces is something I must really commend. You can see he turns. You feel like he's about to pass this way, and no, he goes in the opposite direction. And Codesno is really finding it hard to find a solution to that.
You can see a comment here from Obaka Kingdom. Finally, a Codesno fan telling Codes, don't sleep on it. So Codes, it's not over yet. We still have 20 minutes plus in-game time to play for. I think his main aim now should be taking control of this game, getting the ball away from Eldorado. He's too comfortable in possession, and you know, a comfortable Eldorado with a 2-goal lead, it's definitely done for you.
Yeah, Eldorado is the kind of player who is he loves having possession. So in this situation, I feel he should just work with counters. You just said he should try to control the game, but how possible is that against someone like Eldorado, who's very, very good in possession? If I remember correctly, in the game against Machala knows Eldorado would want to have all the possession, and Eldorado, wow, the chance there for Codes. Like I said, Machala knew Eldorado would have loved to have all the possession and decided to work with counters. He ended up winning that game 5-3.
Here's a chance now. Pedri in space, shoots, and is saved by the goalkeeper. A comment here coming from Boy Tibbs saying Eldorado done the delay time from 15 minutes. I mean, it is very, very important for this guy to get his first 3 points. I mean, I don't care how it is. I mean, your first 3 points does a lot to, you know, your confidence in this RSDL. And trust me, you know, it's not like the RSPL where we had 10 players. We have 14 players this time around. So it's going to be lengthy. It's going to be a lengthy time. We're going to witness starting 91 games in total. We just witnessed one. We're witnessing the second one. So 89 more games to go. So it's best. You try your possible best to pick up points as early as you can. So call it whatever tactics. I mean, whatever tactics it is you can deploy to get yourself 3 points. That's the best tactic, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's basically it. Whatever tactics you can deploy to get yourself 3 points. At the end of the day, the 3 points are the most important thing. I could see, like someone like the guy said, he's already delaying from the 50th minute. You know, there were a lot of talks about Eldorado towards the end of the RSPL last season after the fall off, and now I think he wouldn't really care as long as he gets the win to get himself back on track. So delaying the game at the 50th minute, we don't say it's that bad for him, or he wouldn't feel it's bad himself as long as he's getting the win.
I think this game is done for Codes. No, I Actually, first loss. I don't see any way he scores 2 goals. And El Dorado is doing a lot of time management right here.
Most times once players are in the lead, they always tend to fall off towards the closing stages of the game. But Eldorado has managed to be in the lead and still dominate the game. It's not
Yeah.
something
Keeping possession is really, really paramount to doing that.
like it's not something we usually see. Most times, once players are in the lead, they always find a
Looking
way.
like
And
he might
Eldorado
get
won.
another. Oh, saves. Well, I think this should be the last kick of the game.
Yeah, the game is definitely done at this point.
Well, the referee has sounded his whistle, and that is it for the first game between these two. El Dorado against Codes. El Dorado taking the win there, 3 goals to 1. Wonderful. I mean, what can you say about this game we just witnessed?
Just the kind of start Eldorado would have wanted, and like going behind does something to you, but it didn't really phase him, and he got the win. So Eldorado, you could say he's on the right track in the Rsdl this season.
Yeah.
He started perfectly, just the kind of start he would have wanted, and well, for his sake, we hope that he continues this way.
Yeah, I mean, last season we saw him do this. If I'm not mistaken, I think he won the Player of the Week in the first game, in the first week.
Yeah, he did. He actually won Player of the Week in the first game.
So, for a lot of persons that have seen El Dorado fall off before, they will not be new to this. I mean, you going behind, coming back again. It might just be the repeat of what happened, in the RSP. But we'll find out. Does he have the consistency to keep on going at this for the remainder of the 5 weeks that we have? We will find out. But as for Codes Snow, he has lost his first game. Really sad for him. I mean, I expected a lot from him. I thought he was going to give El Dorado a really, really tough time, topping your group A. I mean, he was coming with a lot of confidence, a lot of he was high on morale, and I thought that he would give El Dorado a chase for points. But sadly for him, well, he still has other games to pull through. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not writing off Codes Snow. In
that.
the qualification stages, he lost his first game.
Yeah.
And he ended up topping the group. Well, you could say this is the start of something new, so you wouldn't judge based off the first game. So
Yeah,
yes,
I never do. I never judge off the first game.
yeah, he's someone that has quality. You could even see it in the way he played during the knockout stages.
Sure.
But for some reason today, El Dorado was just all over him, and he didn't really get the chance to show that quality he has. But I feel from the second game now he knows what he should work on, so he definitely will go and work on that to see if he can bounce back in the next game.
Well, that is that. We have 2 players who have grabbed 3 points. Chooks and El Dorado. And now for the third game. This is probably like should I say the game of the day?
Well, you could say that actually, yeah.
Because these two right here, Shocker and Indaboski, who just lost points. These two are looking like they are going to be, Titans clashing.
Yeah, it's would you say they are both OGs in the game, so you could say it's definitely going to be like Titans. Shocker, who is already one of them, the best gamers in Port Harcourt City, or you could say even in the South. And Indaboski, someone who many people they really adore in the gaming community, and some of them they say he's their mentor. He probably onboarded a lot of gamers into gaming, so it's like an OG versus OG kind of thing.
True. Indaboski lost his first game earlier today. This is his second match in the Rsdl. You can see my man is looking all groomed up. I mean, nice outfit.
Yeah,
One would think he was having a wedding after this match.
Well, we never can say, or probably, who knows? It could be.
Well, Shocker, that is a name to be scared of, a name to be feared, and a name that can strike shock into literally anybody he goes against. And Indaboski will be going up against this guy in a few moments from now. Talk about Shocker in his group stages. Shocker topped his group. I mean, wonderful, wonderful from him. I think also with Chukuchuku, he didn't lose a match.
No, he didn't. He
He
didn't.
actually drew just one.
Yeah, and he's
Ah,
been
wow.
on the winning streak since then. You could see.
And funny enough, these guys are all the way from BY, Bielsa.
Yeah,
Man.
seems
Well,
that place is a breeding ground for really really good gamers. So
I'm telling you, I mean, big ups to, Bielsa, I mean, doing the most to get into the conversation here in the RSDL. They saw an opportunity to showcase their talents, and they are here to do that. Chuku Chuku just did that. He got a win over Ndaboski. Shoka also from BY is here to showcase what he can do. It's funny how two of them decided not to drop points or lose a match rather in the knockout stages. And they had similar points, won 3 games, drew one. Also, Shoka won 3 games, drew one. And Chukwuchukwu has gotten his first win. Also, now Shoka about to do battle with Ndaboski. Same person Chukwuchukwu just played. So I don't know. This could be a brotherly thing. It could be come. Look, we're blood here now. Whatever I do is what you will do also. Now I have grinded in the Boski. It's time for you to do the same. Do you think that might happen?
well, like you said, soccer. He drew his first game in the knockout stages. That was against Prosper, 3 goals to 3, and he almost got a win in that game because it was in the last minute. Prosper actually scored, and since then he's on a winning streak. So now Chuko has done his part against Indaboski, like you said, the brother to brother stuff. Shokla would look to also fulfill his own parts now. On the other hand, Indaboski knows he's lost his first game, and there's no better way for him to bounce back than his second game. So even if I don't think it will really be an easy game for either players. It's definitely going to be tough. Soccer will want to start his campaign on a high, and Indaboski will want to get back into the RSDL like with a win. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a really tight game.
He's already 3 points down and a game down. I mean, Indaboski, who literally almost everybody rooted for, like you said earlier, everybody looked up to him as one of the best gamers. I think that was in FC24, late FC25. So he will be looking to get back on top. If he can get a point in this particular game, then we can say it is not all done for Indaboski.
Yeah, he's someone I've known him for quite some time. Like the name was always really rampant, and I was like, wow, who is this guy behind Indabuski? And anytime I watch him play, I'm like, wow. So when I found out that he was coming to the RS here, I was like, wow, so we're about to see this quality up front here. And he's brought it from the group stages, and now we really hope it translates in the main league itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to our media sponsors. Next Gaming, we see you. We see what you're doing. Thank you very much for doing this with us. And also, we have Esports Africa News. Thank you so much for doing this with us. We have a Bonks Exchange. Best platform to trade your cryptocurrencies and gift cards and literally every other cryptocurrency. Game Aid, we see you. Best in the business of all. So right, we are into the game against Indaboski versus Shoka. And we can see here that Indaboski
and Bruce were his other victims. So he really hope he can start his RSDL campaign too on a high. And if he's someone of quality, so you can't put that past him.
I'm seeing a comment here from Augustine Onye Inkoro. He's saying, wow, this is like a serious big motivational quote here. Shocker, champions aren't made when they win. They're made when they refuse to quit. Go dominate this match. And it's an opportunity for Shocker to get into the lead. Shocker with an incisive through pass there down the middle. Ekitike surely slotted that home. You can see the nod from him. He agrees with that attack. And I think this motivational quote just came at the right time for Shocker.
Really at the right time there. You could see the first time through pass, and he was in acres of space. It almost seemed like it was offside. In the Boski, you could see him applying the second man press there, probably trying to see if he could close down Ekitike, but no. Shocker just got the shot off and it's up 1-0.
23 minutes in game time, and Shocker is already in the lead. In the Boski with a chance. Shoots for the side netted. But it's going all downhill for Indaboski at the moment as he has gone behind again.
Not the kind of start he would have wanted, and
not at all.
Seems to be going from bad to worse, and going behind against someone like Shocker, it's not something you would want for yourself, because
at all.
His defending is really something to be spoken of. But we, for Indaboski's sake, and Indaboski really hope he can at least break down the defense.
It's an offside. Yes, it is. It's been a headache actually for Indaboski to retain possession and control the game. He seems to always accept it in his half, but anytime he threads forward, can't seem to make 2 or 3 passes together. Commentator scores right there. He has actually made 2-3 passes. Wow, see that.
Yeah, and just in case you don't know, Indaboski is attacking from left to right in Liverpool's red colors. So I saw a comment here asking, is Indaboski the red or the white? Indaboski is the... Did you say? Sorry. Indaboski is the white. Or the red?
No,
rather.
Indaboski is the red, actually.
Indaboski is the red.
Indaboski is the red. And the Liverpool in the away colors for Shocker have gotten the second goal. Wow.
So a comment saying Indaboski remove that suit.
Stop. There is no way the suit is what is making him feel this way. I mean, normally speaking, the Rsdl is a hit. It's a pressure cooker on its own. I mean, it's not about being a big name in the Port Harcourt gaming team. Can you withstand the pressure of the Rivers Skirmish Division 2? That is the question. So yes, we know you, we respect you. You were one of the big guns 2 years ago. But what about now? Can you keep up? That is what we're about to find out. And it seems like Indaboski is proving us wrong.
Yeah, talking about heat, another comment came in here saying Indaboski will soon feel heat. He won't play soccer with suits.
Well, I love a well-dressed gentleman every day. So I mean, can you guys stop with this suit? But that is the end of the first half. Almost. Oh, you see, I've not seen a free kick go directly yet. RSPL, you might see one in the Rsdl as Indaboski takes this.
I remember correctly, the only free kick goal we saw was a pass, and it was by Slam.
It wasn't taken directly, actually, but yeah. Yes, it was from a set piece chance.
And the power shot which followed was
that was wonderful. I mean, well, second half is on the way between these two guys, Indaboski against Shocker, and Shocker in the lead already with the 2-goal cushion. And to me, I don't think Shocker is going to stop here. Indaboski has to try his best in the second half to at least pull a goal back quickly to get into the conversation.
Yeah, he doesn't want to stop here because this is not the kind of thing like you can lose a game and still probably see if you can get every point matters here, and Shoka knows that. So
Look at those moves there by Shoka. Oh! Almost goes in a finesse from outside the box. Second half already, and Shoka is already totally dominating it. It's going from bad to worse because Indaboski is having a hard time getting control over this game. That through pass there almost found Cody Gapo. Aura from Indaboski has gifted Shoka a third goal. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I mean, you're 2 goals down. John, you're finding it hard to clear your lines.
I think he's the kind of player that doesn't want to go against his principles. You could see that in that situation, I for one, I would have definitely shot the ball out, but he decided to pass a player from the back. You know, Shoka's press is something else, and he just caught the passing in there, and was an empty net. He was bound to score that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he has gone bad to worse now for Indaboski as he's trailing by 3 goals already, and we are just at the hour mark. This game, Shoka looking like he's about to get his first 3 points.
At this
Here
point,
is
do you feel that he can muster up something and get a goal?
Let's start from there. I mean, get a goal first to at least gain up your confidence. At least keep you in the charts. But the funny thing is, Shoka has been totally dominating this game, leaving literally no space for Indaboski to orchestrate any form of attack.
You say this is like being a replay of the coldest snow and Eldorado game, leading and still dominating everything.
Well, I think we have the Socrates in our comment section. Augustine again with another banger of a quote, another motivation to show. I mean, motivating Daboski too, for crying out loud. This guy is trailing. He's about to lose 2 games in a row now. And here is Shoka with Cody Gapo. A fake shot cancel.
I think during the knockout series, I said something of Ndabusi always opting for the 4-3-3, and again, he's done that here. We barely see players use those formations in FC26, but Ndabuski, he's always gone for the 4-3-3 attack, and you could see it here. You could see the narrow attack of 3 players, and the also 3-man midfield there.
We were seeing a comment again from Augustine urging Shoka to get more goals. He almost got one there, but Ndaboski, what do you think he needs to do better in this gameplay?
I really don't know, because Shoka is all over him, not giving him any space. But here he has his chance and he's taking it. At least he's finally gotten a goal back now. So there's still quite some time, like about 10 minutes in game time. Maybe if he can get one more, it's really be vital.
Look at that mistake there from Shoka. Ndaboski gifted Shoka a goal, and Shoka also gifting Ndaboski a goal.
At this point, you just feel he just returned the favor, and Ndaboski was able to capitalize on that. Like you said, he needs to get a goal. Goal difference might actually be really vital for him, one way or the other, and we'll be happy that he did that.
Seeing a comment here by DBJ Ref saying Ndaboski, thank you for what? He's literally losing. I mean,
probably played Ndaboski over 0.5 goals. Yeah.
85 minutes, and I think this game is done. Wow, just look at that 200k IQ move there from Shoka. It almost resulted into a goal, but I think that pass was a little too much.
No, that's the kind of move you see in clips on TikTok where player is offside, and
the likes of pro. They are pro max players. Ndaboski about to concede again. Keeper there up to the tax. 89 minutes. At any moment from now, the referee is going to sound his whistle. That is the end of the 3rd game. 2nd game for Ndaboski. 2nd loss for this guy, and wow. Wow, it has gone.
Once,
Should I say bad to worst? No, let's still stick on bad for now. It has gone bad. Daboski. This is somebody that you know had a lot of promising talent, a lot of entertainment actually to give us into this RSDL. Um, are you going to say you're surprised by his performance in the Division Two so far?
well, I would say that considering the two players he's played are really,
I
really
mean,
big
yeah,
names. You
top
see,
top guys from BY.
I'm telling you for sure that nobody will want to start their campaign playing against
Against true,
Chukwuchukwu and Shoka the
true.
next. So I feel he's still on the right track because he will probably find easier opponents along the way,
True.
players that he can probably beat.
It's their
But
opponents.
yeah, I see like not as strong as the Chukwuchukwu
Mm.
and Shoka. Like
Okay.
so I feel he will see players that he can probably get the upper hand against, and then he will definitely need to capitalize on that.
Well, in the Boski, 2 games down, 0 points, not the start he would have wanted. We will see what he can muster up in the next match day. But for today, that is all for in the Boski. A brilliant start for Shoka and Chukuchuku. These two guys, all the way from Bayelsa State, coming to Rivers Port Harcourt to do their thing here in the Rivers Skirmish Division 2 League. And they have gotten 3 points apiece. Wonderful from these two guys, don't you think?
Yeah, really wonderful for them. Making Bayelsa State proud.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. One thing I must also commend their opponents. The first being put in the Wuski.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Nabuski, like he's lost 2 games, but you could always see a smile on his
It was
face.
just all
because
smile.
I-
Like, nah, okay, fine. I'll get back into it.
he probably knows his mistakes and would just hope that in his next game he would make the changes, the right changes, and probably get himself his first point because as things stands now he's currently on 0 points.
So we will head up into the interview booth with Khan while he interviews the player real quick. And at the interview booth, over to you, Khan.
Okay, guys. We have here Shoka and Indaboski. You know, while the game was going on, we heard we saw somebody on the comment section say, Indaboski, take off that suit so you can win games. I mean, you've lost 2 games in a row. You're really funny. You've lost 2 games in a row with your very fine suit. I mean, what has that done to your confidence in Indaboski?
Well, the confidence is still high. I know I have not played well today, but only because I've had just a lot to do and not enough time to grind. So I'll go back into the drawing board and then we're going to come back. It was a fine game against my teammate and sparring partner as well. So cheers to him.
Okay, well, I believe you should take the advice of that, commenter on YouTube. Next time, don't wear the suit. Then maybe you should you'd win some games. And Shocker, you are a highly rated player, and I could see the mutual respect between you and Indaboski. I mean, you started the tournament on a high. Are you looking forward to maintain this momentum? Do you think you'd beat every other person that you face?
I just want to play. I just want to play. No matter the outcome, I just want to play. I know I have what it takes to win the league, so I just want to play.
You know you have what it takes to win the league. Now, both of you, what are your dreams? How do you want to end this season?
I want to see myself in the Pro League next season. That's the goal.
Okay, Pro League. That's okay. If you should shoot for the stars, you fall somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself? Are you looking at winning it, or you're just satisfied with seeing yourself in the Pro League next season?
I'm here because I want to win the league.
I like that. He said he's here because he wants to win the league. So, guys, you heard it from both pro players. I am headed back to Imzaz and Sharks on commentary duty. Thank you.
Well, as we heard from Indaboski, I mean, he wants to see himself in the Pro League. And if he really wants to do that, he needs to pick up really fast. I mean, going 2 losses. Yes, I know in the RSPL, we saw players that have done this sort of move, right? We saw Fonzie lose his first 2 games, and Fonzie actually clinched qualification into the elite league. We also saw a player like Controller, who also lost his first few games, but he came back and he remontaded the whole thing up, and he's in the elite league right about now. Players like El Dorado, who were winning their first game, second game, third games, we see that they fell off and they are in the RSDL right about now. So it doesn't really matter how you start. It all depends on how well you are best able to pick up yourself from the ground, get grinding, and get back into the game, start getting points. We're seeing comments from a few fan favorites from Indaboski. Yes, we know that you are a fan favorite. No disrespect to your goat in any way. If he is your goat, that's fine. I mean, we respect Ndaboski as a player who has been in the Port Harcourt gaming scene for a really, really long time. Massive respect to him. And also, it's a privilege, to watch this guy here in the RSDL. But we must say, one thing we must say is the truth. And your GOAT is really not performing on par. I mean, what he is supposed to be performing, what we know him to perform as, he's not exactly doing that, don't you think?
Yeah, like I feel it's just say beginner's pressure, but someone like Ndabuski,
Beginner's pressure. I mean, Ndabuski is
that's
not
what
beginner.
I'm about to say. Someone like Ndabuski, that shouldn't really move him. He's someone. But then again, I said the two players he's faced are one of the best.
Yeah.
Two really, really big names. So I feel from any time from now he should pick up, and he's the kind of person that once he picks up, he's straight up there. So
Sure.
I expect him to pick up soon, and at least he already has Chukuchuku and Soccer out of the way. So yeah, his next opponent might actually be be the victim of what Chukuchuku and
Of
Soccer
the
have
pain
caused.
he's feeling right about now. So yes, fans of Indabuski, please do not be dismayed. Just cheer up your favorite. Be there for him, support him, cheer him up. That's the best you can do. I mean, show him that two game losses are nothing. I mean, you can pick up from there. We saw that in the last season. Players who were losing even up to 3 games in the opening stages of the RSPL. We saw them clinch a place in the Elite League. So I'm pretty sure Indawoski has a lot to offer us down the road in the RSDL. We still have lots of gameplay coming up. We still have down on to, I think, 13 match days, if I'm not mistaken. There are about 10 to 13 match days. So Indaboski has a lot for us, and we are going to find out if he has that dog in him to come back from these losses he has faced today. Well, up next, we'll love to see the next players, which is Roland.
And Machala.
Roland taking on Machala. Machala also a player who relegated from the RSPL. Will be looking to make his mark also in the RSDL. I saw in the interview earlier Machala saying he's definitely climbing up the ladder and getting into the elite. But this is the first time out for Roland. I mean, he was amazing in his group stages there in Group C, right?
Yeah, he actually went unbeaten, 10 points, finished on 10 points in his group. So you could know what you should expect in this game.
So Roland is the player to watch out for. As we can see, Roland is attacking with Real Madrid, while Machala, as always, used Bayern Munich then in his last time out there in the RSPL, and he sticks with Bayern Munich again here also.
And in case you don't know, Machala in his last 5 games, he had 3 wins and 2 losses. And one of those wins happened to be against PJ, the win that actually almost destroyed PJ's title hopes in the RSPL.
Yeah, I mean, that was like a piece on PJ, honestly.
Also, the other win came against El Dorado, who then that was part of what made him drop into the Division 2.
I mean, he said, if I'm going down, I'm dragging you down also.
Well, and one of his losses came against the man who finished second in Doom, and I think the other loss was against Controller. Yeah. So see, Machala, his end of the RSPL campaign wasn't that bad, but he really hoped that he starts his RSDL campaign in winning ways.
Well, 10 minutes gone into this game against Roland, going against Machala. Roland had a beautiful time out there in the knockout stages.
Yeah, it was actually really, really surprising because he's not a name that I know, but he really showed his quality in that during the knockout stages, finishing on 10 points and topping his group and coming into the Rsdl. Well, he really hoped that he can continue his unbeaten streak.
Here is Roland with a chance. It's cut off there by Machala. He surely will turn defense into attack. His best style of play is counter-attacking, and we're seeing that now. Harry Kane in space. Oh, shoots wide. I cannot believe it. Goalkeeper got his boots to that attack. Machala now taking the corner shot.
Wow, what a save there by the goalkeeper. Machala opting to go near post there. You know, Machala is the kind of player who likes top bins, and I was expecting him to go into the far corner, but he decided to go near post, and I think he probably thought that Roland would move his goalkeeper, but no, the goalkeeper stayed still, and that was a really huge save there for Roland.
That was a golden chance for Machala to go ahead in this game. I mean, I know Machala creates a lot, but you can never tell how many chances you might get. So it's just best you try as much as possible to convert the one you can create. And I mean, that was a very, very golden opportunity there for Machala to go ahead. I hope he doesn't regret that. And now here is Roland in possession, passing the ball sleekly, trying to start out an attack. Roland in space. Is this offside? No, it's a goal. And has punished Machala for missing out on that opportunity to go ahead.
Wow.
Roland now is in the lead.
Wow, that pass, the pass there, that final pass, I thought that was offside. Like, the position of the player already, you probably think that's offside, but no, yeah. I don't know how he did that, but really, really good for him, and he's a goal up, so
wonderful for him. Advantage, but here is Machala with a cutback. Rudiger got a body to that ball, and it's corner kick now for Machala. He should try his best. Machala now in possession as we have read his reply to that goal. Roland has stolen possession away from Machala. Really loving the way Roland is keeping his ball.
Yeah, actually, like, he's actually really doing well, even in finding those passes, the spaces in those line breaking passes. I've seen a lot of them from him, and it's actually really, really surprising because well, would I say surprising? Someone who finished top of his group in the RS.
Roland. Oh, has missed. Golden opportunity there for Roland to get a 2-goal advantage over Machala. I mean, there's one thing you shouldn't be doing, it is missing chances like this. Machala missed his, and look how he was punished. Roland, who's new to this scene, is bringing this sort of gameplay I don't think Machala has seen before. Machala now on the break, he drags back with Harry Kane. Oh! That beautiful finesse out of the box there was denied by the crossbar. Very, very unlucky for Machala. That was a good move.
That was a really, really good move. You see, the drag back there onto the left foot of Harry Kane, and the crossbar does deny Machala from getting an equalizer in the game.
Here's Machala again with the chance. Surely now he must put this away. Oh, broke off the ball there by the goalkeeper. Who's that? No, the penalty.
I really can't tell, but one thing is for sure, Roland is definitely celebrating, because as things stand now, he's being under pressure because Machala is all over him, getting attacks upon attack, and like I said, Machala is the kind of player to always create those chances.
What a first half. What a first half between these two. It has been end-to-end action, attacks from both sides of the pitch. We're heading into the second half now.
So surprising how it's only one goal in this game, but
could have had
how exciting it is.
Easily 3 goals in this game.
Yeah, easily. Both players have missed their own fair share of chances, and second half they hope to get those chances into the net, or else it could actually go really bad.
Here is Roland running down the wing with Vinicius, cuts back to Rodrigo. He finds space, dispossessed of the ball there by Kimmich. Olise now in space, running down the wing. Olise, there's Harry Kane to his left. And That move was anticipated well, but hold on. Musiala still with the ball. Somehow, Machala still has hold of this ball. Machala now, can he do something special with Harry Kane? Oh!
Must say, with the amount of chances he's creating at this point, he should have gotten a goal. He should get a goal, and I feel he would actually get a goal because
totally surprised how Machala has still not yet scored.
Machala is someone who, I think we spoke about his clinicality in the game against Dexter, in the first game in the RSBL campaign. He lost that game to Dexter, and he actually had the upper hand throughout the entire game. Dexter won the game 2-1, and we spoke about how Machala wasn't able to convert his chances.
Roland now with a chance. He just needs to beat this defender. Oh! Roland has gone ahead. 2-goal advantage now for this guy. The new kid on the block. Roland.
That's what you get for not taking your chances on the other end. Machala has been getting those chances, and he just, like, for some reason hasn't put the ball in the back of the net. And Roland on the other end, you see 1-2 passes, he knows Machala is going to have the ball every time. Roland decided, okay, if counter is the way to go, I will play like that. You could see Mbappe
was wonderful.
Mbappe in that situation was
put him in space to finish. And it is advantage. Roland, hold on, a chance now for Machala. My goodness. What was he in the hurry for? I mean, he was in clear acres of space to finish. This is the first time I'm seeing Neviness actually get to Machala. I mean,
this is someone who actually beat PJ a few games ago. I'm surprised that this is, well, like I said, he actually started his RSPL campaign the same way. He lost his first game, so first game, could it be the first game cause for players we expect to win or what?
Roland doesn't look like he's going to stop. Here's an attack now. Machala deals with that beautifully. Machala now to start out an attack with this defense. My goodness, what a sliding tackle there. Almost put Roland in a situation to start out a counter-attack. Here is Machala. Can he get one back? 70 minutes in game time. That attack comes to nothing. Roland in possession. Can he slick this? Yes, he does. Vinicius, surely Roland! 3 goals to nothing. This new kid has totally demolished Machala with his barrages of counter-attack. Machala surely now. My goodness, this is totally against the run of things.
I can say it's actually safe to say that this is one of the best counter-attacking performances we've seen, like right from the RSPL up until this moment. At this point, he doesn't even want to have the ball, but once he gets the ball, we see all those triggering wrong.
Here's Adagula. He cuts back. Hey. 78 minutes gone, and wow, looks like it is gone. It is gone for Machala.
Yeah, Roland playing Machala, his exact type of game. You know, Machala is the kind of player who can really counter-attack, but today it's been all Roland on the counter. Machala has tried, like, looking for solutions to stop the counter, but it seems there hasn't been one.
I mean, how old is Machala, honestly? He really did this himself. He had a lot of chances to convert. I mean, he wasn't clinical enough, and that you can see has cost him this particular game. The best he can do now is cut the goal deficit, which he's trying to do, and he has done that with Harry Kane. Machala steals a goal back. I'm seeing the comments here from Augustine. We've been getting a lot of Augustine comments here, saying how Roland carried this stage when he knows Sabi set part. Well, come and find out yourself.
Roland has really put up a really good performance in this game.
I mean, not taking anything away from Roland.
This is one of the best counter-attacking performances we've seen. And the fact that, you know, once he gets the ball, he begins to trigger those runs. And
I mean, his specialty in those counter-attacks. And yes, Machala now, can he at least get a goal from this last attack of the game? Carreras to the rescue for Roland. Wow. My goodness. Machala has been totally stunned in this game. This was a game in which he came in so confident. I mean, being relegated from the RSPL. Coming here thinking you're going to meet kids that you can get 3 points, walk over them. But nah, I told you, this is going to be exciting. The new kid on the block, Roland, has trampled upon Machala. Machala, who is known for bringing down big giants in the person of PJ, person of El Dorado. He has been beaten here by, I'm not going to say a small ant because Machala has. Roland actually did a very, very wonderful job there in the group.
I think it's safe to say Roland was on a roll in this particular game. Everything just seemed to be going right for him. You see, Matala refused to take his chances. On the other end, Roland was taking all the chances that fell his way, and he came out victorious against Matala.
I think one thing particularly I must say that's wonderful about his gameplay, his counter attacks. He just knows how to utilize them against this guy, Machala. I mean, Machala had no answers for the counter attacks, and he was superb also in defending. Wonderful defending masterclass there from this guy, Roland. Roland is now with the big boys with 3 points at the top of the table from his first game, and Machala,
Check 1, 2.
second player also to be relegated into the RSPL, playing here in the Rsdl right about now. We saw El Dorado take 3 points. Sadly, Machala couldn't do the same. But just before we jump start into the next game, we will head into the interview booth with Khan. Khan, over to you.
Okay, let's go.
So, Machala, this is your first time on this league and you won. How do you feel about that?
I feel so good. This is my first tournament. I feel so good, and I'm aiming for winning more matches.
You're aiming to win more matches, so we should expect this energy from you moving on, right?
Yes, expect more energy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, you could see on your screen, you could see all.
Machala, you said Roland was an easy opponent, but I mean, he just exposed you. Like, that is a laugh of shame. I mean, you should be ashamed of.
Half of everything, including shame. Yes, I'm very much ashamed of myself, but like he played and got the win, so like I'm not going to discredit what he did, but I think I underrated him too much before coming into the match, and like that backfired. But like, forgive me, yeah, forgive me.
Okay, well, you know, you have history. You were relegated from the Pro League. Yes. And now, do you think you would still be relegated from the Division 2? Have it started like that?
No, it's not possible. You know. It's not possible.
Well, at this point, I don't know anything, and anything can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Machala. I mean, he just lost his very first game in the Division 2 opener to an opponent he said was a walk in the park. Kudos to Roland for humbling Machala, and I hope to see more humbling as we proceed. I'll head back to Imzaz and Sharks on commentary duties. Guys, thank you.
Well, you heard it from the man himself, Machala. That's not the kind of stats he would have wanted in
at all. I mean, he has been humbled actually.
Yeah, like you said,
it's something that everybody needs in the RSPL. This is something that everybody has to take into consideration. Nobody here is the walkover. Nobody is a pushover. Yeah, everybody in this RSDL earned their place. I mean, from wonderful outputs in the group stages up until now. So nobody is a walkover. This should be an eye opener for everybody. I mean, Machala, you can see in his interview here, so he thought that this was a walk in the park, but Roland has handed it to him, and now you can see bottom of the table again, just like how he was in the RSPL, trying to grind his way back up to the top of the table.
Yeah, he actually said that he underrated Roland, and it quickly backfired. I think during an interview, he was like, I think someone asked him, what do you think about playing Roland? And you could see the smirk. There's this usual smirk he usually gives when he look at like this kind of player. I should be able to beat you.
Yeah.
And well, it's kind of backfired here. Roland came out successful, and you could hear it from Roland, said, expect more.
Wow.
So that means
confident statement. Expect more.
that means he's here to give us his show, and the viewers and his fans and everyone should expect more from him. He's still unbeaten.
Yeah, he's still unbeaten actually from the group stages up until now, and he has gotten one over. Now, this is a big boost to his confidence, if you ask me.
Yeah, really big boost. Because Machala is the kind of player who everyone knows he's of good quality. And he could even see it in the game, but he just failed to capitalize on his chances. So Roland really happy. Yeah, I've gotten a win against one of the big guns. So I'm probably on the right track now. Can get more wins in this Rsdl campaign of mine. Well,
but that's that for the fourth game. We will head into the fifth game of the day. Mr. Morale, somebody who gives the fans something to cheer for in his last outing in the knockout stages. And Mr. Morale will be going up against Yep, we have finally confirmed his opponent, and that is Richie. Richie also another player who came down from the RSPL. We saw one player in El Dorado from the RSPL got 3 points. Machala, next player relegated from the RSPL, lost to a newbie, Roland. And now we're seeing Richie, who also was relegated from the RSPL into the RSDL, taking on a name in the Port Harcourt gaming community scene, Mr. Morale.
And if you don't know, Mr. Morale actually ended his knockout stages, the group stage of the knockout stages, unbeaten. The group of 3, and he won 1 game and drew 1. And I think he gave us the biggest defeats we've seen. He won his first game against Captain 6-0.
Yep.
That's one of the highest scored lines we've seen.
Statement win. I mean, everybody was entertained from start to finish. The way he demolished Captain was something to cheer for, something to applaud, something to stand up and give serious ovations for. But yes, that's the guy on your skin, Richie, or farming as always, and putting his hands in his ear, saying, I'm not listening to the noise. He has a lot to prove, actually. I mean, this guy was somebody who we thought had a lot coming into the RSPL. But sadly, he was in a shaky start, if you ask me. Win 1, lose 1, lose another, draw, win. It wasn't really stable. It wasn't really losing all through.
Yeah.
It was just, it wasn't stable. He won some, he lost, and there were some notable draws he had. I mean, I'm not going to forget that one against PJ where he drew 3-3. He actually dragged PJ down. That was actually the game that sealed PJ's fate as him not being able to clinch the title of the RSPL. So Richie also is a guy that knows how to take down top guns, and everybody who thinks Mr. Morale is a top gun, well, be ready to be surprised by this guy, Richie. I said it earlier, Mr. Morale might go for the Dortmund with this 95 rated, and yes, we can see that. Richie also sticks with his Arsenal team as he did in the RSPL.
Yeah, Richie sticking with Arsenal. The Arsenal really worked wonders for him. You see, there were lots of times in which he went behind and he was able to grind out a comeback won in the RSPL against Machala, was behind by 2 goals and ended up drawing that match 2-2.
Wow.
Even against Cisco Fingers at a point was behind in that game and ended up winning that game 4-3. And if you don't know, Richie's last 5 games, he's won 2, drawn 1, and lost 2. And that draw being a famous draw for ending PJ's title hopes.
Speaking about Richie, he's on the attack now with Saka. He's in finesse position, but decided to thread that pass to Gyökeres, who was in an offside position. Richie very, very comfortable with the ball. You know, one thing we've always seen for Richie in the his last time out here in the RSPL, we saw that he's a player that always has a slow start. It takes him 20-30 minutes to get fully accustomed to the gameplay of his opponent. But trust me, right about now, he cannot take those chances. I mean, he has backed up enough of experience from the RSPL. And here he is again, still in possession. Well, if you're still watching live, do well to drop in your comments. Do let us know what you feel about the gameplay. And also drop your predictions. If you're a fan of the athletes playing right about now, do well to drop your support for them. We'd love to engage with you also. So do not just watch, interact with us. You know, let this be a fun moment for us.
And I must say, if you also have any questions in regards to the just finished RSPL, you could also drop them in the comment section. Me and my partner would attend to those questions. And you could even ask real life football questions. Well, today is the Champions League final, so you could also drop them in the comments and let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, we'd love to, hear your thoughts on who you think will clinch the UEFA Champions League title today. As you can see, Richie is also using Arsenal. I don't think he's an Arsenal fan anyway.
Well, he's a Real Madrid fan.
Yeah, he said that, but he loves using Arsenal. I really don't know why. Probably because they're champions.
Probably, and maybe could today be the day?
Just find out. As he steals the ball away from Morale. 27 minutes gone already. It's a chance now for Richie. He's taking his time, looking for that precise pass. And here is Eze. Martinelli now. He finds Saka. Oh, almost gets that into the back of the net. But it was few inches away from the goal post.
There's something I must say about Richie. It's something we've seen right from the RSPL. He's fast passing.
Yeah.
See those passes, it's really, really tough to stop them because once he starts those short, fast passes, it does destabilize the defense of his opponents. And most times they actually bring out their center backs. And it's against the rule to bring out your center back in FC.
It's not. No matter how hard it is, except in seriously dire situation, always track back with your midfielders. I mean, you play against somebody that is super attack minded. Team pressing with your defenders, that's a wrong move. 8 out of 10 times you will always get caught. So, seeing a comment here from Obaka Kingdom. I just as I was about to read this comment from Obaka Kingdom saying, Mr. Morale, the wine, give me 2 goals for the first half. He has slotted in a goal already. I mean, that was quick fire from Mr. Morale.
Really, really quick fire. And you could say it's totally against the run of play because
it has been all Richie, right?
Yeah, it's been all Richie, but Morale, someone like that, didn't lose a game in his group phase. What do you expect? He's someone that everyone knows. He's a household name here in the Port Harcourt gaming community, and he's just shown why that it can look like I'm out of the game, but I'm not really out. And you could see there with that goal, and now he's on the win. And I see a comment here by Anemiri Giri. Mr. Morale for the win. Many blessings from Bielsa. Wow.
I don't know, man. Bielsa is looking like taking over. Bielsa is taking over this from us. A whole lot of fans and good players also from that region of the country.
That just goes to show how Why this is because the name is ROS and that's River State, but it's not only for River State people.
Yeah.
You could also come from another state to come and see how good you are actually. And you could see it here. A lot of Bayelsa people they are making waves in this place. Chuku soccer now.
Yeah. Richie, this is that thing I said about his slow start. Ever since that goal, ever since he went behind, he's sort of struggled. Here's a chance now. Martinelli running down the wing. And Mr. Morale will kick that out for corner kick. This could be the last piece of gameplay in the first half. That is the end of the first half. I'm seeing the comment here from Duru Daniel saying Richie should have scored that chance. Brilliant gameplay from both players. I mean, Richie's not playing bad.
Yeah, he's like, you could say possession-wise, he's had the upper hand and...
Wow. Could this be a goal? Oh, it's offside. I mean, look at that kickoff glitch there. Triggered that player immediately. He passed the ball and sent that precise lob pass. A chance for Richie. Oh, blocked. Oh, it's offside.
Well, I must say, Mr. Morale has defended quite well. Because anytime Richie attacks, it looks like he's attacking with about 5 to 6 players against 4 centre backs. But Mr. Morale has done really well defending wise, and Richie has not been able to get a goal in the back of the net.
I think he just needs to coordinate his plays better. I mean, get in the right position, the right perfect pass to just split open this Mr. Morale's defense is what he needs to orchestrate. Time might be running out now as Adeyemi's through on goal. The post. A golden chance there for Mr. Morale to get a 2-goal cushion. That shot by Adeyemi there hits the post, and I'm sure he must be screaming for that opportunity because wow, that was golden for him.
Well, first off, Calafiori, I really can't tell what happened there because he was ahead of Adeyemi in that situation.
Adeyemi is a sweet star, obviously.
Adeyemi still found a way to actually get him behind. Sweet foot rattled the post there.
Richie, can he get something out of the tackle? Richie creating a lot of chances, but still cannot be able to find the net. Well, on the comment section, I'm seeing a lot of love for Mr. Morale. Morale seems to have all the fans right about now. Low-driven effort from Mr. Morale will save. There is a chance now for Richie. Boost off the ball there. Seeing finally a score prediction from Augustine. It says 3-1. We don't know who's going to have the 3 goals. So do well to tell us, please.
I feel in the second half, Mr. Morale has finally gotten a grip of this game compared to the first.
Richie, he's the kind of player that gets to the ball. He's not all that direct, except he's on the counter. Whenever he's building up, he takes a lot of time in the box. I don't know if it's due to the compactness of the defense of Mr. Morale. A chance now for Mr. Morale. Drag back. Adeyemi. Corner for Mr. Morale. Time is ticking. It is still just the goal that separates these two.
I must say, as much as Richie dominated the first half and had quite the good chances, Morale has equally dominated the second half, and that kind of balances out the entire game, I must say.
So who are you going to say totally dominated this game?
Well, it's kind of even in my opinion because throughout the entire first half, Richie was having the upper hand, but unfortunately for him, he went behind, and since then, I think it's been Morale.
Seeing a comment from TL of Dreams, Mr. Morale has started missing too much. If Richie gets a clear chance, he will score. Wow. Well, Richie has been getting a lot of chances actually, but has not been able to, get that final pass. Here is Richie again with a chance. Gyökeres. Merino looking for that chance to thread that ball through, but nah. That ends that attack. Oh, a chance now. Guirassy surely shielding the ball beautifully, and it's a beautiful goal from Mr. Moral. There was a comment there saying he was missing a lot of chances, but surely he wasn't going to throw away that opportunity. I mean, look at that chance there. He saw Guirassy immediately and slotted that ball towards him. Guirassy shooting that ball beautifully there against Saliba and slotted that ball beautifully into the back of the net. You can see that smile on his face. It seems like a smile that says, job is done.
Yeah, it seems like a smile that says job is done because it's already about 70 in-game minutes, leading 2-0. And you can see now he will just defend because you could even see the goal. He was already defending. And he worked with the counter, and he's the kind of player that any kind of style he would give it to you. You see the counter there and got him second goal.
Richie, it's been really sad for him because his gameplay has not been bad, if you ask me. It's just that final pass when he gets close to the box of Mr. Moral. Well, any other player, I think he would have gotten a goal, but the defense of Mr. Moral is really, really top-notch. Something to applaud for.
Yeah, and would you say it's because of this Dortmund team? Because they kind of sit in a deep block, and Richie is the kind of player, he wants to go through the middle. But here, Mr. Moral does manage to block all those spaces, and wow.
Oh my goodness! That had gone in. Goal of the week contender. My goodness. A shot from close range by Guirassy, but it was straight at the keeper. That has still kept this game 2-0. Richie with probably the last chance of the game. Can he get a goal from this? Beautiful defending from Mr. Moral. And that is the end of this game. Mr. Moral, newbie in the RSL scene, and he has gotten 3 points. I mean, most of the wins we've seen today are from people who qualified from the group stages. I mean, the guys who have relegated, we've seen 3 guys who relegated played out of possible 5, and we've seen only 1 person clinch 3 points. Person of El Dorado. Machala just lost, and Richie just lost also. Mr. Moral there grabbing the win. Roland, we saw also topping his group, grabbing the win. We saw Chukwuchukwu, who topped his group also, grab a win. We saw Shoka also, who topped his group, grab a win. I mean, guys from the group stages are giving the relegated guys a serious headache. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's the fact that probably the relegated guys think or underrate them because they feel like I fell from the RSPL and New York coming up into the Rsdl, so I should be able to us. But these are new faces, and you can see this is going to be really, really tough for the relegated guys because if any little slack,
serious pressure from these guys to get back into the RSPL. I mean, but these new guys on the scene, they are not stepping on the brakes for any reason.
Like they are not here to play. Like you can see from the gameplay, everything. Roland taking everyone by surprise. You could say it's a surprise.
I mean, making Machala not score. Wow.
That's something. But now Mr. Moral defeating Richie. Richie, you said was kind of on and off during the RSPL, win 1, lose 1, and famously known for that 8-0 loss to Doom in the second game. But he kind of bounced back and started grinding out little wins in the RSPL. But the kind of start he's had in this RSDL is not what he would have wanted, and we hope he can bounce back in his next game.
That is not the start at all that they want. I mean, Machala and also Richie there. I mean, I think Machala lost his first game in the RSPL. Richie won his first game in the RSPL.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he won his first game against Venom, 5-2. Yeah,
Wow.
that was the game he won against Venom, 5-2. And Machala lost his first game to Dexter, 2-1.
Wow.
But then again, talking about Machala, if you remember correctly, that game he dominated Dexter.
Yeah,
And we
that
spoke
was one
and
of
we
Dexter's worst gameplay. If you
yeah,
ask me.
even Dexter admitted after the game that no, I didn't play well in this game, but at least I was able to get the win. And we could say that was what repeated itself against Roland here because Machala was creating those chances, and I feel if he was able to get those goals, it would have been an entirely different outcome.
Well, we're heading into the next 5 games of the day. Chuku with his second game of the day. Remember, he got a win there against Indaboski, 2-1. He will be facing Bright. Bright also, who qualified from Group A in second place. He qualified in that Group A where Coldest Snow came out on top. So also Bright had a wonderful match there against Indaboski that was offline where he won Indaboski. I know Indaboski fans are going to start hitting on me again, saying I'm disrespecting their goal, but no, I mean Indaboski is good. Big ups to him, credit to him, but the Indaboski is not performing at the Indaboski we all know, and that is what if we don't talk about it, it's going to go under the radar. I mean, the more we do talk about it, the more realizes, man, I need to step up. I need to be on my A game, which is what he needs to do in the RSDL. And Bright also there got a win against him 6-1. That was offline. Next up, Bright Chooks. What do you think about these two guys?
Bright finishing second in his group on 9 points, and not only finishing second, he actually defeated Indaboski. I feel that's been the highest scoreline Indaboski has lost by right from the qualification series up till now.
Yep.
That just goes to show you that he's another quality player.
True.
And now against Chuku, who is unbeaten, guy who has drawn only one game and has been winning ever since. He already started his RSDL campaign with a win, and he will hope he can continue with a win in this second game against Bright. On the other hand, this is Bright's first game, so you want to start with a win himself. Like loss does nothing for your confidence at all at this point. So he will want to start with a win, and I expect a really, really exciting end-to-end action from both players.
Well, I expect goals. I mean, Bright is somebody who, if you could see in his games in Group A, we saw they were not lacking goals. And Chuku also, this guy is somebody that if you cannot defend well, you're going to stack up. You're going to stack up serious goals. I mean, from this guy. So Chuku with his second game of the day, he will be looking to be the first player to have 2 games in a day and 6 points from those possible games. So Bright versus Chuku. I don't think Bright is a player from BY also. I don't think he's from BY.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But if he is and he happens to get a win, that means wow.
Well, yes. So we will be heading into the gameplay between these two, Chuku and Bright. Chuku and Bright in a bit. Well, first off, interview. We're heading into the interview for Khan. Please, over to you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have in the studio right now a cross section of our fans. So, what's your name, please?
My name is Henry.
Henry, nice to meet you. Are you a gamer or you came to support your friend?
I'm a gamer and I also came to support my friends.
Okay, so far, are you impressed with the quality of the gameplay or the quality of the production?
Definitely, yeah, 100.
Okay, great. I want to ask you a silent question right now, Henry. Would you want to participate in the tournament?
No, definitely no, because my hands are not here actually.
Okay, this is not your level. I like your honesty. A lot of people would have said, "Yeah, I can beat these guys." That's what Machala said the other time, and he just lost his he lost this game. So, but nice to meet you, Mr. Henry. It was fun talking to you. Yes.
Right. So the game between Bright and Chuku is about to get started, or started actually. I mean, we just saw an interview section from a fan viewing. He said he wouldn't want to participate yet. He's not on their level. This goes to show you how OP these guys are. I mean, it's not the regular we play at home. I'm the champion in my compound. I'm the champion in my streets. Be the champion, or can you compete among people who want to compete in the Rsdl? That is the question to answer.
Oh, you could hear from the guy. This is, yeah, he's not on their level. That's what he said, and that's speak honesty there, because most players, they just watch it, or most people watch it and feel, oh, I can definitely do better than this guy.
Better. You know, there's always that feeling. Why did you do like this? I mean, I don't go play like that. That kind of thing. Always, you know, but you don't know what it means. You don't know what it feels like to be on that pressure seat there of the Rivers Skirmish League. You don't know what it feels like. Until you get a feel of that, then you can have a stay. But for now, just watch pro athletes do their thing. But the game between Bright and Chukuchuku, we're already 7 minutes in, and Bright has opted for PSG. Chukuchuku remains with his Atletico Madrid. Wow. Bright with a bright start. He's attacking really well. We get a chance. Saved. You know, we didn't get to see a lot of Bright in Group A because most of his matches were offline.
Yeah, we didn't get to see him much. But from the score lines that we saw, he's really something. And you can see there with that really good chance there. But unfortunately for him, Oblak was just in the way.
Oh, Bright. Looking like a very cool and conservative player. Look at how fun he's keeping the ball. Seeing a comment here saying Bright using legacy, easy Chukuchuku win. I doubt. I mean, this same guy, if we are saying he's using legacy, he used this legacy and won. Oh man, they're going to come for me again. Well, using legacy and qualifying for the knockout stages. Bright's already with the banger. First game, first goal.
Would you say that was kind of a reply to that comment?
Yes, that is a serious reply to that message. Is the win for Chukuchuku? Nah, I do not think so. The legacy defending player has gotten ahead in this game. Wow.
Well, you could see from his build-up, like I said, we didn't see much of him in the qualification series, but from what we've seen in these first few minutes, he's definitely quality, and that quality has come into play because he has gone ahead against the unbeaten Chukuchuku. But remember, Chukuchuku actually went behind in his game against Indaboski.
Yeah, and he came back.
So there's always a chance with Chukuchuku on the gamepad.
Here is Bright. Dispossessed Chukuchuku of the ball. He might turn this into a counter-attack. He's taking his time and delays the counter-attack a bit. Send this to the right side. Here is Bright, still in possession. My goodness, if that pass had gone through, wow.
That was basically slotting the ball into an empty net there.
Oh, here is Chukuchuku now, attacking. Well, observing this gameplay, I really doubt. I don't think Bright is using legacy.
Yeah, you could see it from his tackles actually. Like, it's not. I don't think legacy can actually do that.
Right, also is off. Nearly there, just inches away from almost getting a goal with that attack.
Yeah, his counters in this game have been really deadly. Like, Chukuchuku is someone who has all the possession all the time. And you can see Bright, like, okay, you want the possession, I'll give it to you. But as soon as I get the ball, I'm on the move. And you could see they're almost getting a goal there, but just happened to be offside there.
Well, this is something Chukwuchukwu needs to be wary of. I mean, not opponents are going to be beatable. A lot of opponents are going to give you serious headache, and Bright is looking like one of them. I mean, you can see he has already gone ahead in few minutes into the game, and Chukwuchukwu also is struggling to get his attacks right against this guy.
With the amount of pressure coming in on Bright now, he's defended really well, and once he gets the ball, like I said, he's a counter-attacking kind of player. You see it, he's not even like opting to have possession. He just wants to get those goals in. Doesn't really matter. You see it in the game against Chukwuchukwu so far.
Here is Chukwuchukwu now on the break. So it's a through pass, but intercepted really well by the goalkeeper. 35 minutes gone already, and Bright in a not so comfortable lead against Chukwuchukwu.
Yeah, because ever since Bright got the goal, it seems like Chukwuchukwu has been knocking on the door. He's looking for that equalizer before halftime, and with the way he's playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually gets it and just gets a shot there. But
there was not enough swerve on that shot there.
Yeah, the finesse. I feel the defender kind of kept him off balance in that situation, and Safanov was just there to get that save.
First half is almost over. Oh! Lookman with a rocket first time shot. You can see the demeanor on Chukwuchukwu's face. It means business this time around. Just look at that pass. Immediately got onto the foot of Lookman. It was flying into the back of the net.
You could see the triggered runs there. He kind of the creative runs kind of confused Bright, and Chukwuchukwu was able to spot that player who was cutting inside, and you could see the first time shot into the top corner. There was no chance Safana would have saved that.
Chooks there with a reply just before the end of the first half. It's 1-1 between these two. What can you say about the first half?
Really lovely first half. End-to-end action from both players. Bright's going ahead, but then I reminded you that Chukwuchukwu once went behind in his game earlier today, and he managed to get back into the game and get the win.
So could this be another comeback? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you never can tell. There's still a long way to go in this game because
Bright has actually been entertaining.
Yeah, he's been really entertaining, and I would say it's been a fair game because you wouldn't just judge based on who has more possession to actually like dominate. It's been a fair game in my opinion.
The chances Bright has also created wonderful chances also. Well, this is the second half. It is 1-1 between these two. We're looking to see who gets maximum points. Both players decide to share points. Here is Bright. The beating here. Rsdl lost that ball easily. Suddenly, Chukwuchukwu is in possession of the ball. There's one thing I love about Chukwuchukwu is the way he passes. Like, hardly you ever see him give inaccurate passes.
He always finds a way to create those triangles, and once you see the pass back, just know that it's coming forward almost immediately. And another thing is he's controlling tight spaces is actually immense.
Yeah.
He does really well in tight spaces with kind of players. I feel having short players helps with that because they're easy to turn or stuff like that.
Well, if you're talking about short players, the midfield of PSG is full of those kind of players. So, but for ATM, I don't think they have a lot of big players now. Seeing the comments here from Duru Daniel saying this match is a draw. Both players seem to be level. Well, yes, we've seen the level playing field between these two. Both have equally created the same amount of chances. Both have also defended really well. We saw that wonderful goal there from Chukwuchukwu. One-time shot. I don't think Bright was expecting that. Love the throw pass. Oh my goodness! Chukwuchukwu there with our Nigerian brother from Atletico Madrid. Ademola Lookman. Just look at that. How was Lookman able to reach
Wow,
and get his head on that attack?
Wow, really beautiful goal. And it just seems like Chuku always has the solutions. Bright has defended really deep and it's on the attack.
Oh my goodness. Bright with a similar goal, just like Chuku. I mean, Chuku scored from a lobbed through pass. Bright also sending the ball over the top and hitting that one straight down. Wow.
Quality all over the pitch from both players. You score, I score, and it's them totally entertaining game.
We might see another chance here from Chuku. It's delaying the attack. Here is Chuku now, 77 minutes. Who is going to take the win in this game? Someone earlier predicted that it might be a draw. But here is Bright sprinting away. He has triggered the runs of Ruiz. Can he get there now? Jimenez to the rescue. 80 minutes. What a through pass. Gonzalez in space. Oh! Chuku with the 200k IQ move right there. I mean, that through pass was it. Hot knife through butter. Sliced that pass. Just look at that. And he left Gonzalez one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The ball rolled there. Beautiful. 84 minutes gone. And Chuku hold on to get this win. To make it 2 wins in 2 games.
What a goal that was, like one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and I was thinking probably he'll go for a low driven or a shot into the top corner, but no, he decided to borrow there and he's on the attack again.
Chuku with a chance. There are players in front of him. Ademola Lookman, ball rolls. Oh, the defender up to the task. 88 minutes. This could be the final attack for Bright. It sends this ball over the top. Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! The golden opportunity for Bright to clinch at least a point in this game. But he fluffed it because that shot there. Wow! I mean, this should serve as our best game so far.
Yeah, definitely our best game so far. End-to-end action from both players. And Bright, we didn't see much of him in the knockout stages, but yeah, he's come and shown us that you guys really missed out, and I can see now we actually missed out. Someone who defeated Indaboski 6-0 is definitely not here to play.
What a game from these two. I mean, it was a power tussle to who would get the reins of this game. But these two guys, score me, I score you, end-to-end action. But finally, this guy, Chuku, just finds a way to get maximum points. He did that against Indaboski. I mean, in 9 minutes of the game, found a way to get maximum points, and he has done it here also against Bright. Wonderful gameplay from Chuku. His much deserved 6 points is in the bag.
Well, wonderful game. This has been the most exciting game so far, in my opinion. That's just good to show you the quality all around the Rsdl here. Chuku, who seemed to be unstoppable. Bryce gave him a run for his money and actually almost grinded out a draw, but that last chance in which Chuku's defender blocked, I'm sure Bryce would probably have dreams about that, because that was the chance there to probably tie the game and probably end the game a 3-0 draw. But congrats to Chuku, 6 points out of 6 in this game, and yet to be beaten right from the qualification stages.
I mean, statement performance from this guy. But up next on our screens, next to do battle, Chisco Fingers, who was relegated from the RSPL, will take on Larry. What can you say about these two guys?
These are guys that I feel they know themselves really well. Chisco Fingers, his RSPL campaign wasn't really good. He finished second. He finished 9th out of 10. Yeah. So I was about to say he was finished second to the last year. So 9th out of 10. And Larry now, who I think he finished. Was he first in his group or
I think it was second in his group.
second in his group?
That was
And
the
he
group. That was the group Roland progressed from.
okay, yeah. But he finished on 9 points, I think, 7 or 9 points. But that's going to show you he's someone
Larry,
of good
it's no
quality.
pushover, right?
Yeah, he's not a pushover, definitely. See, even in the knockout stages, he puts on some. He showing gave us some really really good games.
Yeah.
Chisco Fingers, another player right from the RSPL. We've always commended his attacking patterns. He's someone who really attacks well, but his defending was just the only thing we really said wasn't good. And I'm sure by now he would have really worked on that. And we'll see in this game against Larry what he has to offer.
Well, I hope Chisco Fingers has done a lot of, grinding. Just as you said earlier, one of the things that his gameplay lacked was defending. He was good all out, in attacks. He is the kind of player that leaves defending to, I don't know, to the AI. He's not really particularly focused on that. He is more focused on getting goals. He just wants to outscore his opponent. And sadly, that's, you know, backfired on him in the RSPL. As we could see in every game, he was getting outscored. The more he tries to score, the more his opponent outscores him because he leaves you know his defense to sort itself out. So I hope that is something that he has fixed coming here into the RSPL. Chisco Fictas finishing 9 out of 10 and the RSPL. I mean, you're saying it wasn't a bad um, adventure for him. For me, it was. I mean, finishing 9 out of 10. That's like, even if the league was going to relegate 3 players, you're also going to be relegated. But the league relegated 5 players, so you're going to count yourself among the players that were relegated. But one thing I like about Chisco Fingers is his honesty. He was open and truthful about the fact that, look, my gameplay is bad. I am going to try my best to come back into the RSPL. But right before we dive into that game, we would head on to Khan at his interview booth with a player.
Okay,
Khan,
Larry,
over
this
to
is
you.
your first game. This will be your opening game this season. Are you feeling nervous?
No, I won't say nervous because I'm playing my best friend, so there's nothing I haven't seen. So coming in calm and composed.
Oh, hold on. Chisco is your best friend.
Yeah, my best friend. I'm surprised I'm meeting on match day one.
Okay, great. Well, Chisco Fingers got relegated from the Pro League, and he came to the Division Two, and he's very hungry. He has said it time and time again that he wants to return to the Pro League. Do you think your best friend will be the stumbling block to your qualification or to your winning?
Well, I have to be honest. It's a 50-50 chance, honestly, for me. So I'll just put up my best performance. Like I said, there's nothing new. I've seen his gameplay, so I can handle it.
Okay, said he's seen his gameplay, so maybe I'll just move straight to Chisco Fingers and just ask the same question, because I mean it's yeah, I mean, like, okay, Chisco, you're playing your best friend. I just learned Larry is your best friend, and you're playing your best friend, and you have history in this competitions. I mean, you came from the higher league to the tournament to the Division Two. Now, do you think this will be a friendly gameplay, or you don't mind destroying him to get to your objective?
Okay, I won't use the word destroy because, like you said, this is a familiar hand, and at the end of the day, I know let the best man win. Yeah, that's it. That's just it. Let the best man win.
Okay, so nothing personal, nothing personal.
Personal.
But I mean, he could be a stumbling block to your qualification, because if you lose now, I mean, your confidence could take a dip, and you join the likes of Machala that and Cold as Snow that lost their first games. So, do you think that losing or winning would change anything for you right now?
I'm definitely going for the win. I don't want to put the losing as an option. I'm definitely going for the win.
Okay, so he doesn't want to think about losing or winning. So, guys, I'll just head over to Imsas and Sharks for the analysis, and yeah, and let's see what will happen. And wow, don't forget, Our entertainment partner, refreshment partner is Just Chops. Check them out, guys.
Hardly have we ever seen best friends compete in the RSL. I mean, everybody here, so far you're sitting on that chair, your enemies want to drag out 3 points from your opponent. But these two, wow, best friends competing here in the Rsdl, and sadly, their matches are they are paired on the first day of the Rsdl. What do you think?
Well, they claim to be best friends, but at the end of the game, the scoreline might not be so friendly because both players are trying to get a win. Chisco, like you heard him said, losing is not an option. Larry opting for the more safer talk there, but Chisco saying he doesn't want to lose. He knows what losing feels like from the RSPL, so he doesn't want that to repeat itself.
Well, trust me, this is not going to be like any best friends match because these two are looking for 3 points. Larry looking for his first 3 points in this campaign, and Chisco also, who knows what a 3 points can do to his confidence, because you can tell he said it earlier that he wants to get back into the RSL. So I don't think gifting your best friend points in this game is the way to go about it. So yes, you can see Chisco fingers using PSG while Larry sticks to Real Madrid. My goodness! A finesse shot from nowhere. Bellingham, wow. Immediately the ball got into the foot of Larry, he just let it fly. Look at that, Chisco fingers trying to clear out his lines. And that ball got in the foot of Bellingham.
Yeah, Larry claimed that Chisco fingers was his best friend, but there was nothing friendly about that shot there.
And Larry is not looking to stop. Larry has made it 2-0. Remember in the interview he said, there is nothing new about this gameplay that I have not seen. It is just sad that I was paired against my best friend in the first game. Well, trust me, this is not looking like it's going to be a best friend game. Wow. Actually, the fastest goal so far in the Rsdl.
Yeah, it's the fastest goal, and I think he took Chisco by surprise, and Larry's on the attack once again, and he tries a shot, and it was deep in there, but just off target.
Wow. Chisco fingers, what are you doing? I mean, we spoke about this. Your RSPO campaign, your defending was shambolic, and now again against familiar hands, you're putting up. Wow. I mean, he needs to get his groove immediately. 14 minutes gone already, and Larry is in a 2-goal advantage already.
Yeah, that's the kind of start he would have wanted. Like you said, no, it's a familiar hand. I know his weaknesses, and I think he's kind of exploiting them so far. Scoreline not so friendly because it's already 2 goals and 20 minutes. We're not yet 20 minutes in, so this could actually go. This could be the first game in which we see lots and lots and lots of goals in the Rsdl today.
Well, here is Larry looking for another chance again to get 3 goals. Sniffed off, but suddenly regains possession. Larry, I think he threaded that pass way too long. Chisco fingers is yet to muster a credible attack in this game. Every time he tries to get forward, he's always dispossessed of the ball there by Larry. This is somebody that knows his gameplay too well. These two must have played over 1 million games. Chisco! And the keeper rushed off his lines to sweep that one out. 25 minutes in game time. That is Chisco's best attempt so far in this game.
Yeah, Chisco has had 2 really, really clear-cut chances. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper has saved it both times. Well, one thing we've known Chisco for is that no matter how many goals he concedes, he always finds a way to score. That's something we praise him for in the RSPL because he always scores. I don't think he went a game without scoring the RSPL.
Well, he has given away a cheap chance now. Here is a counter-attack chance for Larry, but he holds on to that ball and delays that counter-attack opportunity. That's an easy defending there for Chisco. 30 minutes gone. Chisco hasn't replied to any of the quick-fire goals that Larry has given to him.
Oh, he's someone who can score goals, and there it is.
I think I spoke too soon. And here is that reply from Chisco Fingers. A quick cut back into the box. He found the back of the net with a shot from that turn there from Dembele. And it is 2-1. 34 minutes, 35 now. I think the game has balanced out. Larry was a little bit too fast. It was so hot in the first minutes of the game. Chisco didn't know what to do. But now I think Chisco finally has balanced into the game.
Yeah, Chisco has been a bit balanced ever since he conceded those 2 goals. And I said earlier, this might be the game that produces our highest amount of goals. So far, all the games have produced nothing more than 5 goals, and we already have 3 goals here in the first half.
Here is Chisco Fingers. There's that ball now to do it. The way finds Rsdl. Oh, it's Neves. Chisco has equalized. Down Neves got the ball in the box, and immediately he slotted that into the back of the net. And Chisco has equalized Larry's quick fire 2 goals. It seems that after those 2 goals, it has been all Chisco Fingers.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a shaky start for him, but ever since he conceded those 2 goals and he got his groove, he's had almost all the attacks. He's had about 4 clear-cut chances and he scored 2 out of the 4. This is just the first half.
Wow, what a first half between these 2 best friends meeting here in the Rsdl League stage. Larry with 2 quick fire goals in the 4th and the 7th minutes. And Chisco Fingers replying in the later minutes of the second half. It is 2-2 apiece now between these 2. And we are on the way in the second half. Who is going to come out with 3 points? Chisco or Larry Fingers? Do well to let us know in the comment section if you're watching live. Larry now on the attack. It's Vinicius in space for him. Cuts back, still got options, but interception well done there by Chisco. I think he's taking my advice into consideration. Ever since he considered those 2, he has put a lockdown on his defense.
Yeah, I see him cutting lots and lots of passing lanes. Although you could see he still step out, but they happen to get the job done, and that wouldn't really matter for him as long as they get the job done. But it can also go bad because
wow,
Larry.
Oh, is that offside? No, it is not. Larry has gone ahead in the second half. It is 3-2. Nice piece of play there from him.
Nice piece of play. When it looked like he was losing a hold of the game, he's found a way to get himself a goal and get back into the lead.
Here is Chisco Fingers. We'll be looking to reply this immediately. That attack has been snuffed out. Larry doing so well to recover the ball back there. Wow, what a... Look at that vision. Surely Larry should convert this. Larry with the greatness of incisive passes. How was he able to spot that in behind runner there?
Caught Chisco's defense off guard, like the players couldn't even move. 1-on-1, that was kind of a tight angle, but the top corner is always there for you to slot that in, and that's exactly what Larry did.
Beautiful, beautiful goal there from Larry, I must say. I mean, that attack was orchestrated just right. And Larry now has regained his 2-goal advantage, just like he had in the early stages of the first half. Chisco The game is running away from him. He doesn't have much time, unlike he did in the first half. So much for a friendly game.
Yeah, like they said it was friendly, but they've actually given us the game with the most goals today. Yeah, or that's 6 goals already, and the game isn't over. It doesn't look like that's all the goals being scored, because I feel there are more goals in this game.
Yeah, I still think we're going to get a goal. And Larry with Valverde, but couldn't get that pass across. Chisco Fingers finding it too hard to clear his lines. "71 minutes gone." Here is Chisco Fingers. If he can get something out of this attack, oh, snuffed there by Nuno Mendes. That's Benjamin Mendy, sorry. Oh. Wow, look at that pass again, Larry! He is making the name for finding those incisive passes in places you cannot believe passes will go through. Larry with the 3-goal advantage now. Surely this is done.
Yeah, Larry, see those first time through passes. Chisco is finding it hard to defend that, and Larry has noticed that and is exposing or exploiting Chisco's defense.
Seeing an attack there from Dudu down, saying Larry's attacks are explosive. I mean, the way he triggers the runs and then finds that player just exactly as your offside trap is about to. Wow, is it offside? Yes, it is. Finally, a through pass that's the offside trap beats. Well, are you going to say you're seeing improvements from Chisco's gameplay?
Yeah, there have been some improvements, you must say. There's always improvement. There's always room for improvement, and he's improved, and that was a chance there to score. But I feel there has been some improvement. But you see, those first time through passes by Larry is
too OP. I mean,
yeah, there's nothing. I feel
if you're not on your guard, if you're not smart enough to always spot those in behind runs, I'm sorry for you.
Like those first time passes are. You have to be really, really attentive to get that.
85 minutes and Larry is having a fun day with his best friend here in a not so friendly match. Chisco Fingers can't even get an easy game against his best friend. But I think this is done already. It's a 1 game for Larry. I mean, this just goes to say what we are going to be seeing from this guy Larry in the Rsdl.
Yeah, someone who finished on 7 points in his group and now starting his Rsdl campaign with a huge win against Chisco Fingers. So yeah, you should know what you should expect from Larry in coming games. Well, the game is done, 5-2, and the first game in which we've had 7 goals.
So currently now we've had the 4 players who relegated from the RSPL into the Division 2. We've seen them play, and we've seen only one clinch 3 points, which is El Dorado. I mean, this goes to show how difficult the RSDL is.
Yeah, it goes to show you can't underrate anybody in this space. I've always said that you might think just the fact that I came down from the RSPL, I happened to face players who went to the Elite League. That means the RSDL should be a walk in the park for me. No, that's not what happens. Because now, out of the 4 who got relegated, 3 have lost their games to the newly promoted to the RSDL. And then now they will know that, wow, this isn't as easy as I thought, and I should put in more work. And that's definitely what they are going to do, because yeah, it could go bad. So no one wants that.
Well, that is the end of the 7th game for today. Chisco Fingers against his best friend Larry in a not so best friend match. Larry there with a 5-2 win over Chisco Fingers. And I must say, for me, it was a really disappointing match for Chisco Fingers. I'm seeing a comment here from Ruke where saying Chisco should focus on his triangles. He triggers runs and is also looking to pass to the runner. He should explore passing to another player and pull the first time pass to the runner. Well, this is literally what Larry was doing to Chisco Finger. And I mean, it's so crazy that you have been playing with this your so-called best friend for the longest of times, and you are not able to predict that is his OP move.
Well, Larry, it's maybe it might actually be one-sided when they usually play, or Larry kind of took it up again in this game because from what I saw from him, you wouldn't believe if they told you that they usually play against themselves because you should have been able to stop some of those runs.
Yeah. You should have been able to read some of your best friend's gameplay. Honestly, I mean, if I was you and let's say I've played over 100 games with you, I should be able to tell what you're going to spam out the next minute.
Yeah, I also see a comment from here, Rsdl, Larry, and that's my boy, and that is Doom, the guy who took second in the RSPL last season and currently sits in the Elite League.
Well, that means we should be scared of Larry for Doom to endorse Larry. Wow, that's really something. Well, we just want to give a big shout out to sponsors, Game Villa, Esports Federation of Nigeria. Thanks for endorsing us on this. We can also see Just Chops, the best with the pastries in Port Harcourt. Esports Africa News also, we thank you for sponsorship. Game Aid, you're too good with this. We were with you last time out, and also you're with us here again. And to our media sponsors, Nexal Gaming, we see you. We also have Hidera Studio. A big thumbs up to you also. Abonks Exchange, he was with us in the RSPL, also here with us again. Big ups to you. And now we also have Cade Esports joining the conversation. Big ups to Cade Esports all the way from Lagos, the National E-Soccer League, doing big things there. We saw Farouk claim the title for the second time, running unbeaten in the National E-Soccer League. Yes, KD Sports, thank you so much for endorsing us. We can see the partnership that we have collaborated with us here, the Rsdl. And well, this collaboration is going to brew a lot because with this partnership, we are actually going to see players go from the Elite League into the National E-Soccer League there in Lagos. I mean, what an opportunity.
Yeah, big opportunity. Now that even raises the stakes because players want to go there. They want to go and play with the big guns, the Farouks, the Killer Freaks there. And now this is a really good opportunity for them. So I feel the Elite League is about to get more tougher than actually was than the RSPA was.
I mean, we have players like Tactical and players like Dada Boy doing the best, representing the South here all the way in the National E-Soccer League. We would also love to see players from the South do that also, because we have amazing talents here also that would want to showcase their talents in the FC gaming scene. We're so happy about this opportunity from KD Sports. And now as we dive into the game, Mr. Morale against Bright. Mr. Morale, his second game of the day, and also Bright's second game of the day. What do you think about this two?
Yeah, Mr. Morale coming off the back of a win and Bright coming off the back of a close loss. I think that that loss against Chukwuchukwu might have felt like a win for him because it should have given him the confidence he needs, knowing that, well, if I could take someone like Chukwuchukwu down to the last chance, and Bright has gotten ahead in this game.
I mean, Bright is making a habit of always scoring first these days. I mean, look at that corner kick routine. Very OP. He was with Dembele. Just, I don't know how he was spotting spaces in behind in those defenses. Good one for Bright there as he puts himself ahead. 10 minutes into the game against Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale has it all to do now as we await his reply.
Yeah, this means Bright isn't here to play. From the game against Chukwuchukwu, you could see that he's someone of good quality, and he's taking that to the next step against Mr. Morale, who won his last game against Richie 2-0. Now Bright is ahead.
Well, Bright, with another chance again here. He's through on goal. He cuts back. Still holding out. Bright looking for ways to decimate this defense. Bright suddenly taking his time with this attack. Finds Dembele. Kvaratskhelia. Couldn't find that pass to Dembele. Seeing a comment here from Mbaka Kingdom saying, let's get a comeback, man. I think he's rooting for Mr. Morale in this situation.
Yeah, Mr. Morale is down by 1 goal, and Bright Obaka there, Obaka Kingdom saying he should try to get a comeback, and you can see the reverse elastic there.
I think we're going to stop. We're going to stop hitting on the comments, because it seems like whenever we talk about the comments, exactly what we're talking about just happens. I mean, we're just talking about let's get a comeback, and Morale sneaks in a shot there and gets the equalizer. It is 1-1, ladies and gentlemen, in the 24th minute. Mr. Morale against Bright. You can see that one from Duru Daniel giving a thumbs up to Mr. Morale as he gets a chance. He drags back. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. And he takes his corner long. Mr. Morale with an opportunity. Well, he hits it on straight at the goalkeeper. I mean, that knockdown there from that player locked. Wonderful. I mean, that's beginning to become an OP move.
Yeah, that's the usual FC26 routine. You play it in, you play a lock another player. You know that AI is probably always going to win the header, and you see Morale trying it there. Whoa!
My goodness! Where did these guys spam out that attack from? Through pass into... My goodness. Look at that. Hardly we ever seen headed goals in the league. But now we have definitely seen that. Just look at that. I mean, he triggered that directional runs there into the box, and he sent that lobbed through pass into the part of Grassy. Nodded into the back of the post like easy peasy. I mean,
yeah, that was spawned out of nowhere. No one would have expected that. Like you said, we never really see headed goals, and you could see the diving header there by Gurasi. The pass almost looked like it was about to be intercepted by that PSG defense.
Yeah, I actually thought that. Well, finally, Mr. Morale has completed the comeback in just 35 minutes. Mr. Morale doesn't look to stop here. Well, here's Bright now. Can he get something with this attack? Nah. I mean, what can you say about this gameplay so far between these two? I mean, Bright was up. Now he lost his lead and is now trailing. He's in a position to get a goal. Dispossessed.
Yeah, like I said, in the game against Richie, I was commending Mr. Morale's defending, and I'm doing that again here because not only does he attack really well, he defends really well, and you can see it seems Bright. You see some spaces and you expect Bright to exploit those, but before you can say the word, Mr. Morale always finds a
chance. Bright has equalized. It is 2-2. In the way Bright finds spaces in Mr. Morale's defense, most especially when it is all closed up, like in a corner kick setting, he just picks his pass perfectly, and you can see there he picked the right one yet again, and he got that goal and made it 2-2. This could be a replica of what happened in his last game against Chukwuchukwu, where he was continuously grinding out equalizers. And here he is now with a chance again. Bright. Oh my goodness, Mr. Morale has made a blunder of a tackle and has gifted Bright a penalty kick opportunity to get ahead. Bright to bury this. Yes, he does. Bright in the lead. 3-2.
Wow. That's basically all I can say. Wow. I was just commending Morales defending, and Bright decided to just shut me up at the moment, and now he's gotten ahead in this game.
I mean, that was that opportunity there. It didn't really look like it would be a goal opportunity. I mean, it's just 1v1. The best thing to do is track your players back. I mean, defend compactly, and that's the best. Why slide?
It seems Bright already having lots of fans in the comment section. See, Bright adapts so well. Yeah, that's something we've seen even from the game against Chukwuchukwu.
Yeah, Chukwuchukwu was well. I mean, one step ahead of him in just that 10 minutes of the game there. That would have been a draw if you ask me.
Yeah, and if it ended in a draw, you wouldn't say it was an undeserved draw because both players were going at each other.
Yeah, balanced out game.
You see the pass that led to that penalty. I feel Morale applied the high press there, but wait, Morale is on the attack, and he get one goal back. Well, goalkeeper saves, but Bright able to finally reset and now tries to muster up something to see if he can counter attack.
My goodness, what a through pass there. Bright with an opportunity. He's got defenders on him, and they have jammed him up like egg in a pie.
End-to-end action from both players. It seems any game involving Bright always seems to bring fun.
I mean, yeah, the 3-2 was wonderful.
Wow, I was saying something about that pass that led to the penalty. Mr. Morale tried the high press, the team press there, and Bright, you see the first time through pass to Rsdl down the wing, and wow, it was really surprising there.
68 minutes and Mr. Morale is trailing again. 3-2 to Bright. Is Mr. Morale going to get a reply soon? Find out. Mr. Morale. In possession, directed runs, intercepted. Bright is doing a fine gameplay here, trying his possible best to keep possession. But Mr. Morale is a player that presses really high. And Mr. Morale is doing his best also to try to hold out, find that reply. Still 3-2, 76 minutes. Remember, Bright lost his previous game 3-2 against Chukwuchukwu, and he will be looking to make sure that this scoreline ends in his favor.
Yeah, like even from the Chukwuchukwu game, you could see the quality was there, and I feel he, like the comment said, he adapts so well. I think he went behind early in this game, but that didn't faze him, and now he's gone ahead. Even as he's ahead, he's still playing like he's behind because he's keeping possession so well, and Morale's high press doesn't really do anything to him because he's easily playing out of the back. Well, he really hope he can keep it this way at least so he can get his first win and his first points in the Rsdl.
I mean, he's playing so well to not get points, honestly. His first opponent, Chukwuchukwu, great player. It's seriously, you have to put on a Herculean task for you to grind out points from Chukwuchukwu. But we can see that with this game here against Mr. Morale, he fancies his chances of getting 3 points, or at least finishing the day with a point. 79 minutes. We just have 10 minutes in game time to play. Is Bright going to hold on to this 3 points, or is Mr. Morale going to cook up something and scrap out points from Bright? Nice sliding tackle there to give Mr. Morale the possession. And Bright defends so evenly well, but has given possession away cheaply. And now here's Mr. Morale with Silva. And he will settle for a corner kick.
So I think we should be expecting that corner routine where
where he sent that ball into the box. It was knocked down for that locked player. That is it again. Mr. Morale couldn't get hold of the ball to finish and has given the ball away again. Wow, look at that press there from Morale. Morale now with a chance, sticking his time with this attack. Morale sends an up through pass. Bright's defense so well. 87 minutes, 88. Time trickling down. If only he can just hold our possession to the end of this game. And exactly that is what he is trying to do. 89 minutes. Could this be 3 points for Bright? Could this be Mr. Morale's first loss? It looks like it. And the referee has sounded his whistle. Mr. Morale finally loses the game. And Bright with his first 3 points in the Rsdl. What can you say about this match, Hamzas?
Quality from both players. You could see end to end, any game involving Bright has always been really exciting. And you could see it again in this game against Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale going ahead, but like I said, Bright remained unfazed and he was able to come back, gets the goal and to go ahead. Mr. Morale equalized and finally got a penalty and he scored the winner. And not only did he win, the way he was composed after leading, because most players once they are in the lead and it comes towards the closing stages, they always seem to get scared losing the ball. He was losing the ball a bit, but he was also defending so properly. But all in all, I feel he was able to keep the ball pretty well in the closing stages of this game and just run the clock down.
Honestly, what can I say about Mr. Morale? I mean, I actually thought this was a game that he would grind out a draw from. Bright doing ever so well. I mean, you could see from his game against Chukwuchukwu, he put up a very, very great green play. But Mr. Morale, had a thing for, you could see that goal where he scored there, that header of a goal, diving Dutchman there. I did think Mr. Morale would grind out a point, but probably Bright has learned from his last match against Chukwuchukwu there, giving possession way too easily to Chukwuchukwu, and Chukwuchukwu found a way to get all maximum 3 points. But in this particular game, Bright decided to, hold on to the maximum 3 points.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he would have wanted. He would have hoped he started a bit earlier in the Spurs game, but that didn't happen. And he was like, Spurs game is done. I have to get that win. I have to get those 3 points. And he said, what better game to do in than the next game? And that's exactly what happened. Bright finally getting his first 3 points. Well, the game is over. And on your screen, you could see Shoka and Roland. Both players have gotten 3 points from their first games. Shoka defeating Indaboski 3-1. And Roland defeating Machala as well 3-1. Now, both players who happen to be on 3 points are about to face themselves. Well, one thing is for sure, someone's win streak is ending. I know it's just one game, but somebody's win streak is ended.
Well, these two have had 3 points apiece. Shoka, with the 3 points, we got that against Indaboski. Roland also with a statement win against Machala 3-1. And now these two are going head to head with each other. Based off of Roland's gameplay, do you think he might be a wedge in the wheels of Shoka?
You can never underrate anybody. Like I've said that. Machala said he underrated Roland, and you can see it in the scoreline 3-1. I'm sure Shoka has learned from that and would play his best to see if he can grind out those 3 points in the game. Well, both players are still setting up their teams. Roland, if I should remind you, these are two players who are yet to lose a game. Because Roland, he finished on 10 points from the qualification stages, and Shoka as well finished on 10 points from the qualification stages. They also happen to win their first games each. And now, let's see the player who can keep on their winning streak or keep on their unbeaten streak. both players they finally face themselves today.
Well, it's funny how both of them had the same scoreline in the previous matches, 3-1 each. I mean, Shocker, the best thing in the Naboski, 3-1. Roland also doing the same against Machala, 3-1. So, prediction from me, I think this game will be a 3-1. I don't know who's going to win. I do not know, but I'm thinking somebody's going to run away with a 3-1 win here. But Shocker, the name to be scared of. I mean, he's literally one of the players in this league to be scared of, don't you think?
Yeah, like Shocker, he's a name that everyone knows. Everyone has known of him. Like, I think there was he's been to Lagos for tournaments. Yeah,
big name.
The integral tournament back in 2024. He was part of the 4 people to qualify from the Port Harcourt City or from the south, I feel. And he got to Lagos and got knocked out in the quarterfinals there. But that just goes to show you what kind of guy this is. And I'm sure Roland is aware of that this is no walkover. But on the other hand, you can never underrate anybody. Yeah. If someone told you Roland will give Machala a run for his money, you'd have probably said that's a lie.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think this guy respects anybody, actually. I'm pretty sure he must have heard a lot about Machala, and he totally dominated Machala in that game there. I think Machala was the last person to score, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Machala was losing by 3-0 until he finally grabbed, a consolation goal there. So this guy Roland might just be the thorn in Shocker's flesh. We will find out in a bit as these two go at it in a few moments.
Both players still setting up, and any moment from now we'll be going straight into the game. You see Shocker on your screens, not smiling at all, and he still uses his Liverpool Roland, sticking with Madrid because why change what works for you? You can see a comment there from Duru Daniel saying sharp commentary as well. Big ups to the team. Well,
big ups to you so much for tuning in and watching live.
Thank you so much, Duru Daniel, for acknowledging what I and Shark are doing here. Well, we are on the way, and Roland seems to be on the attack here in the box, and he tries a shot there, but
my goodness, this guy
Roland, no respecter of persons. Because the way he attacked there, you feel most players coming to this game knowing who they are facing, they want to be a bit cautious, and but here Roland wasn't, and you could see almost grabbing a goal early on in this game.
Well, Roland with the first opportunity to almost get ahead in this game. Roland has been on Roland for the first 10 minutes, I must say.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's surprising, because after what we saw against Machala, you should expect anything. And you see the fake shot there trying to get past Van Dijk, but Van Dijk being a wall just stopped that from happening.
A foul and possession now with Shocker. Let's see what he can muster up for us in this game. I think we're not going to see lots of goals, like I predicted. 3-1. 3-1. Does that look like a lot of goals to you?
3-1. Considering the fact that most games today haven't produced so much goals, the highest scoring game being Chisco against Larry, which produced about
5 goals to 2.
7 goals. Yeah, you say 3-1 is quite a high scoreline. I don't know if you remember, in the RSPL we saw lots and lots of goals from almost each game.
Lots of beautiful, entertaining goals.
See, 7-2, 9-2,
8-2.
Yeah, so
there was an 8-0, Sam.
Yeah, there was an 8-0. That was probably towards the early stages. Doom against Richie. Yeah, 8-0 win for Doom in that game. Surprising.
Well,
it's been all Roland in this first half.
Well, I don't know. He just has a way of controlling the game, or not giving in to his opponent.
I think he's the kind of player that just likes chaos. Like he's not there for the traditional pass to me. I or reset ball. He works best with
This
chaos.
diagonal up through passes has a way of just skipping the midfield. I mean, he doesn't even want to pass. Like the midfield, I'm not dealing with you right now. He just triggers the run of that winger and sends it straight across to that player. And if care is not taken, that can result in a really, really golden opportunity if your defense is not able to track that as quick as possible. And here is Roland! Oh my goodness! Roland draws first blood in this game. I mean, you were speaking about how it has been all Roland all day. Just look at that pass. He got into the path of Mbappe. He dragged back a little bit. And Shoka was not able to still get the ball off Mbappe. And here is Roland again. It's ruled offside. This guy, I was saying it. Could he be a thorn in player's flesh? I think he was a thorn in Macala's. Could he be one in Shoka? We will find out. 30 minutes gone. Roland in the lead with a goal advantage. And he is still attacking.
He's something special.
This is the first time I'm seeing Shoka not take control of the game in 30 minutes. Wow. And here is Shoka now. Does he have something for us? Oh, that pass almost slipped there to Ekitike, but the defense of Roland was up to the task. And now here is Roland again. Adeaguila finds Mbappe to power.
There's just something about the way he attacks that I can't just get my head around. Like the passes are so fast, and if you're not experienced enough, you can't stop them.
Here is Shoka, corner cook routine, taking shots. Shoka, Ekitike one-on-one now. Oh my goodness, Shoka! I mean, the way this guy thinks, like I literally do not see his moves. Like, how did he trigger that player? That drag back and that through pass, my goodness. Shoka, applaudissez.
You see that shot there was out of anger. It's nearly 2 nets off the pitch.
You can see the demeanor on Shoka's face. He's focused. He has to be 100 on his defending and 100 on attacking, because Roland, we have seen, doesn't look to be a pushover. And here is Shoka again with Soboslai. But I don't think that pass, that was where that pass intended to be. That is the end of the first half between these two. A nervy game. Roland, I mean, he could be the dark horse of this league, don't you think?
Well, I wouldn't put it past him. From what I've seen in this game, would I say he's totally dominated the first half? Like, from what I've seen in this game, he really has the ability there to compete for this title. So yeah, the dark horse, because people probably didn't know him coming into this tournament, but so far he's put up a really good fight in the first 2 games.
Here is Roland. Possession again. We're underway in the second half. Who's off the ball there? Oh no. Vinicius trying to find Kamavinga there. I mean, I think Shoka just kind of like took the steam away from Roland. Although Roland, yes, has been knocking on the door, but Shoka, confidence in his defending skills, has closed off all attacks from Roland.
Yeah, you could say that he's Shoka, of course. He's someone who, as well as much as he attacks, he loves defending. And here Roland has made a mistake. Shoka with a chance to actually.
Wow, I mean, that back pass there was totally unintentional.
I feel that he wasn't really planning on that pass.
Nah, I don't think so. But he could be punished. Here is Roland with a through pass. Rodrigo! Oh! Roland has punished Shoka for missing or not taking advantage fully of that opportunity that he was gifted. He just sent, look at that run there, that up through pass. Rodrigo in massive space surely was going to convert that every day. But here is Shoka now with his Shoka! Oh my goodness! Corner kick. Shoka now with Mohamed Salah. That's giving the ball cheaply away. Will he be punished? It's an offside. No, it's so. Yes, it is. Shoka trailing again. 61 minutes. Roland giving us something we didn't think we would see in times like this. Shoka now with a chance with Salah. He passes. Oh, look at that. That finish there from Cody Gakpo. I mean, Shoka, he just has this awareness of everything happening around. Look at Salah. If I was with Salah here, I'm taking a shot.
Definitely taking a shot there. But Shoka a little bit more composed than the average gamer. You can see the final pass there came in.
Wow. Oh my goodness. An opportunity for Roland to get ahead again. I mean, this guy keeps on creating chances from literally nothing. My goodness, Roland. With a chance. Roland still in the box of Shoka. Here is Gula now twisting and turning, looking for that right pass to dispatch this defense. Ball into Rodrigo. Bellingham couldn't find Vinicius there. And here is Shoka again and has given ball away too cheaply. Wow, this is literally the first Navy game from Shoka I am seeing.
Yeah, he knows that, and he knows any little mistake and it could be really, really costly because Roland is not here to play attack upon attack, and he seems to score almost score every single time. Oh well, Shoka is on the attack here and he tries to slide a through pass there to Ekitike, but it was cut out by Roland. And you know Roland is someone, he works well with chaos because as you're attacking, I'm attacking. That's the kind of game he loves to play. You can see there, always on the attack. He doesn't really, would you say he doesn't care about defending because he's defending well, but he focuses more on outscoring his opponents.
Playing against Shoka and not caring about defending. Are you dreaming? If his defense was not on par, hold on. Shoka now with an opportunity. My goodness! What a goal there from these guys, Shoka, to draw it level. It is 3-3. Shoka, man in doubt. Big name, big player. And as we can see, Shoka has cued a pause just to tweak a few things. But this guy, trust me, I know his fans. We can see the comments. Come on, Shoka. He was never in doubt. It is drawn level at this point. I mean, what can you make of it? 79 minutes and Shoka has found his way back into the lead in this game.
I really, really love that goal. Like you can see, I feel he applied the L2 there because that was almost like, would you say, it's a flying volley, and Shoka always goes for that extra pass. Most players who want to get the shot off once they see a clear chance, a half chance there, but Shoka waiting for it to be the clearest of chances and give that cross, and it's expected one-on-one with the goalkeeper. There was only one situation and it ended in the back of the net.
Shoka again, he might add to his advantage. Jones defended really well there by Rsdl. Shoka again now, dispossessed. Roland, 85 minutes. Can he at least claim something from this game? He has been beautiful so far, but ran a little bit too much into the defense of Shoka. There he is again with possession. Roland with Rodrigo. He's now in the box of Shoka. He's got teammates around, but they're looking so hard to find. Shoka intercepted that ball beautifully. Look at that player locked there. Here is Shoka trying to go back. Oh, Shoka! Look at that nut there from this guy. See, beautiful stuff from this big name player, Shoka, and that surely seals it. The 4-2 win. The comeback
Shocker sending shock waves down Roland there. You don't say Roland didn't play well. He played absolutely well, but Shocker, being the big name and being the good gamer that everyone knows he is. I mean, it was a hard fought win, I must say. It was a really hard fought win because Roland could have easily run away with this game.
Yeah, yeah. If not for the concentration, I mean, he had to take serious concentration. I mean, he had to be defending on point from this guy Roland. Honestly, big win there from this guy, biggest guy, Shocker. And Shocker joins Chuku. These two guys from BY are currently the only two players to have 6 points in 2 games. Wonderful. Can you imagine that?
Well, the Bayelsa boys as well.
Bayelsa boys are up, guys.
This is a statement they are making out here. Coming, you see, it's away from home and almost dominating every player they have faced. Still 2 unbeaten.
Nothing away from this guy, Roland. I mean, this guy, his gameplay was totally wonderful. Taking nothing away from Shocker, I mean, but Roland, if he had held on, I mean, maybe tried a bit harder with his attacks, because he was spamming attacks upon attacks, but he just couldn't, convert those chances. Some of those clear-cut chances that he had, he could not convert them. And Shocker, as always, remaining calm and composed as usual, got the win against this guy, Roland. But going further, I think personally that Roland is going to cause a whole lot of chaos in this league.
Yeah, I think now everyone is going to have their eyes on him. After the first game against Marcella, you might have thought maybe it's just a fluke. But now, after this performance against Shocker, everyone knows that, wow, this guy is here to cause upsets. He's here to do something. And he might actually contend for the title. Don't put it past him.
Well, that's the end of the 9th match of the day. Shocker against Roland. Shocker there taking 3 points from Roland. And for the last game of the day, 1A1 versus Bruce. I mean, I'm hyped up for this match actually because Bruce, earlier I asked you who was your favorite player from the group stages, and you mentioned Chuku, right? Yeah, Chuku is a big name. I love this guy. I love him so much. But I'm trying to pick out somebody that I have not seen playing before. Somebody that his gameplay actually really impressed me. 1A1 in the Rsdl knockout stages stole that for me. Yeah. He had my heart. But in the Rsdl knockout stages, I'm going to give it to Bruce.
Yeah, of course, Bruce, he really put on a show in the knockout stages. He won 3 goals, and he won 3 games out of 4.
Yeah.
And the only loss being to Shocker. 3-1 loss. The other games he played was actually blowout, 5-1 against Nazi, 5-1, 5-2 against 11, and also Prince Zifresh, he won that game 3-1. So he's not here to play. 1A1 on the other hand, he won his first game, and he needed until the last game in the group to clinch qualification. That's ending on 6 points because after his first game he lost the next 2 games, but then won his 4th game. Yeah, ended up on 6 points.
Well, what do you think about these two facing off against each other? Do you think their tactics might cancel out each other? Because Bruce goes more for the simple gameplay. I mean, passing, triggering runs, calling runs, and through passes. He's not really that much of a fancy player. I don't think in the games that I watched he didn't do much of those skillful moves. But for 1A1, as we all know, he masterclass at player locks and all of that. So I think these two and their tactics, do you think it might cancel out each other?
Like you said, I'm Bruce, the kind of player, the usual traditional Anders type of player, because he doesn't really do all those tricks. He just does the usual passing, second man press, and it's been giving him the wins. 1A1, the guy who depends a lot on player locks because that's what he loves doing and because it works for him. On the other hand, it's going to be a really fun game for sure. I don't know. Bruce being Bruce, after what I watched in the knockout stages, I I wouldn't want to look down on him because this guy is something. Yeah, he's really, really something. Because there were a lot of times in the knockout series that he went behind, and he still found a way to win. And it's not just about the winning; it's the way he won. Because this guy won games in some crazy fashion. Like you see the game against 11. 11 went ahead, and the boy remained unfazed, and he just got a goal back, went ahead, and from there he kept on scoring and scoring. So now I wouldn't expect him to succumb to the pressure here because he's someone who pressure doesn't get to him. So yeah, I expect something from him.
Yeah, you can see the smile from the guy, Bruce. I think there's a position he currently holds in Uniports, isn't it?
I think he's one of the rising stars in Uniports. Yeah, so you could understand why he is on the stage currently. Both players are still setting up their squad. Very soon we'll be going into the match.
Well, just before we jump into the last match of the day proper, we'll head for a quick ad break, and when we are back, we'll give you the match between 1A1 against Bruce. Do not go anywhere, stick to your screens. We'll be back shortly.
This is Cafe One! Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorafor, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
Welcome to Game Blast, where we entertain you electronically.
Well, on your screen, you could see the man 1A1, and of course, 1A1, the guy who opts for FC Barcelona, which is quite surprising. He's not the kind of player to use Barcelona. All the times we've known him, he uses actually PSG.
Even the ISPL the last time out, he used Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah, Athletic Bilbao. So here he decides to go for Barcelona, and Bruce sticks with Real Madrid, in which he used from the qualification stages.
So it's an El Clasico at this point.
Yeah, basically, could also say it's an El Clasico among the players.
Well, 1A1 versus Bruce. We are on the way. The last match of the day. Who is going to get the better of the other player? 1A1 or Bruce? Do well to let us know in the comment section. And do also let us know who you're rooting for to get the win, 1A1 or Bruce, as Bruce triggers around and Bruce with the first dagger. You could see immediately intercepted that ball there from Valverde, sent it to Bellingham. You could see the runs from Mbappe and slotted it home beautifully.
Beautiful goal there. Right from the way he intercepted the ball, you could see the way he uses the second man press is something I've never seen before, because he just intercepted that ball and 1-2 passes on Mbappe, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and again.
My goodness! We're not even up to 20 minutes proper, and wow! Bruce is up 2 goals. Advantage to Bruce. I mean, I saw a comment here from Hazard_Niger saying Bruce na less for where 1-1 day. Simple gameplay doesn't always mean class. You are now, and well, I think you spoke too soon, because Bruce in just 15 minutes is 2 games up against 1-1. Wow. What can you say about the Simsas? I mean, I didn't see 1-1 going behind so easily.
They say what I saw from Bruce in the knockout stages doesn't make me know that this guy is special, and he's already translating that here in the Rsdl itself. Well, not only does he defend well, he also manages to attack really well. I think a lot of people always talk about his attack, but nobody talks about how well he defends.
I told you, it's the simple things that he does, but he just does them in a very perfect way. I mean, the runs, the press, it doesn't really do anything too special. It's just his overall understanding of the game. I've seen a comment here again from Hazard saying this is the new patch, right? Yes, obviously it's the new patch, and he's saying defense is so difficult now. Well, yes, that is true. Actually, the new patch from EAFC, I think nerfed defending, AI defending a little bit, so it could be what might be affecting some of the players, but find out. Another comment from TL of Dreams saying, Hazard, you are wrong, Sha. There's a reason only Bruce defeat was from Shocker. Wow, big words here from this guy, reminding Hazard that the only loss he got was from Shocker, and there's a reason why he lost to only Shocker. Wow, seems Shocker is the SI unit now of greatness.
Well, you can say that because he's someone who has nerves of steel. You could see it in the game. Even when it looked like Roland was about to get the game from the scruff of the neck, Shocker was so composed and still managed to get the win. So yeah,
the 1-1 unsuccessful with that attack. It's giving a chance now to Bruce to orchestrate an attack of his own, but nearly sliced in that pass through there to Mbappe. 1-1's the first. Did the job. I think 1-1 is really struggling to get a hold of this game. 35 minutes in, and I'm yet to see a very worked out attack from 1-1.
Yeah, like I said, Bruce is defending. There's a way he cuts out the passing lanes, and 1-1 seems to be struggling to get the ball past the defensive midfielders of Real Madrid here. And if he can find a solution to that, maybe he will get a goal.
Here it's 1-1 with Surely, oh! It was a poor shot actually. Shot that straight at the goalkeeper. I mean, a little bit to the left, that would have been a problem for Bruce.
That was a really big chance there. Unfortunately for 1-1, he couldn't capitalize on that. And now, start thinking, when do I get the next goal scoring chance?
Let's get that fast as a halftime whistle is almost upon us. Bruce! Oh my goodness! Look at the way he danced through that attack. On a chance now. But was an attack fizzled out too easily for 1-1. Halftime between these two, 1-1 against Bruce, and it has been all Bruce.
Yeah, it's been all Bruce right from the start. He got our first goal so quickly and kind of destabilized 1-1 and got the second goal. And since the second goal, Bruce has probably had more chances at attack. But 1-1 had the clearest opportunity in which he shot straight at Thibaut Courtois, and I'm sure by now he's probably regretting that miss because, going into the second half or ending the first half with just a goal deficit can probably do you some good, as you feel that in the second half I just need one goal to get back level. But now it's 2-1, 1-1.
Oh, beautiful response into the second half from this guy. 1-1. It's not over till it's over. I mean, 1-1 there with a good reply coming into the second half strong. We could see that with that goal there. 2-1, Bruce in the lead against 1-1. Do you think this goal has a lot to do for the rest of the match? I mean,
yeah, I think 1-1 getting the goal early on in the second half will do him lots of good because now you have lots of time to play, and someone of 1-1's quality who always finds a way to create those chances. You can see he's definitely going to create chances and probably get a goal, a second goal himself.
Well, 1-1 unsuccessful with that attack again. Here is Bruce now. Bampe spots the run of Vini, but surely Kunde will get there first. One just trying to take this thing out of the game, holding on to possession. And here is Rashford. Can he find a player? Settle for a throw-in. 60 minutes gone, and it is still 2-1.
Yeah, I feel in this second half it's been all 1-1 from the start up until this moment. Bruce hasn't really been able to string those passes together in this second half. 1-1 having all the possession, but Bruce, he's someone that doesn't really rely on possession. He can play the possession game, he can still play the counter-attacking game.
Here is 1-1 now. Lamine Yamal somehow just taking his time with this attack. 1-1. Oh my goodness. 1-1 with an attack of serious quality. Just look at the way he demolished that defense there. I thought he was going to take a shot. He tracked back, sent it to Rashford, and straight up slotted it into the back of the net. This is 2-2 equalizer from 1-1. I told you it is not over until it is over.
That drag back was really nasty because any player would have thought of taking the shot there, but 1-1 opted for the drag back, and you can see Bruce tried to intercept the ball, but the ball does go to the feet of the striker.
I don't think we've seen any draw today, have we?
No, we haven't actually.
So 72 minutes. This might look like our first shared points of the day. Bruce against 1-1. So far, I mean, the first half was all Bruce, just like you said, and this second half has been all 1-1. Wonderful mental play there from 1-1 to come back from nothing up until something.
Yeah, like I said, him getting the goal early on in the second half made the game a bit more open, and the player of 1-1's quality, someone who always finds a way to create those chances. One was bound to get into the back of the net, and yeah, you saw it there, but I must really commend that goal. That goal was really awesome there by 1-1.
Seeing a comment from Hazard saying form is temporary, class is permanent. 1-1 FUT elite player. Okay. But taking a while. Bruce, the blunder in his own half. Will 1-1 punish him for that? 1-1 taking his time. Player locking and cancelling those player locks. Rashford, can he find somebody? Gives it to Gavi. 1-1 now with De Jong. It's just looking for that incisive pass to split apart this Bruce's defense. He finds it, Firmino. Oh, Militao with a strong standing tackle there. And surely it has been all 1-1 in this second half. I mean, Bruce has seemed to have lost that fire. Oh no. 1-1 with a howler. Mbappe couldn't thread that pass into the path of Bellingham. It is 1-1. Who is going to take maximum points in this game? Rashford in space. Surely a finesse will do this. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper.
What a save there.
1-1 cannot believe this. He was in acres of space to put that ball into the back of the net. I mean, how do you fluff such an opportunity?
Oh, I really can't. You can't tell, but you can see his reaction there. Hands on head. He knows that was a chance to get ahead in this game.
But hold on, beautiful defense there by Bruce. Surely anybody that gets a goal now gets it all. Will the points be shared? Or are we going to see somebody take all maximum points? 88 minutes, 1-1 in possession. Bernal. Rashford gives it to Bernal again. 1-1. Being patient with this to be the last person to have a move in this game. 1-1. That is the end. Finally, you can see the distraught on his face. He knows that opportunity missed was so golden for him. But credit to Bruce anyway.
Yeah, credit to Bruce. Like with the attack, the amount of attacks 1-1 was applying on him. He was able to stay composed and not concede more than 2 goals in the second. Actually, 1-1 scored his 2 goals in the second half.
Yeah, he did.
It was basically attack versus defense in the second half. I don't think Bruce was able to muster up any attacks in the second half. It was all 1-1, and that's the same way. It was all Bruce in the first half. So I feel both players, they did it half by half. Yeah. So.
Well, finally, we have gotten the first draw of match day 1. 1-1 shares the spoils with Bruce. Beautiful gameplay there. Bruce had it all in the first half. The second half was all 1-1. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself, because I did. 10 exciting gameplays to start your Saturday. You know how with this is going to be going on for 5 good weekends. We just got match day 1 done. Match day 2 tomorrow. Remember to tune in. Same time. Same time tomorrow. 2 p.m. on Sunday. Remember to tune in for match day 2. Watch your favorite gamers go at it again. Love to see who come out on top. If you were entertained, I was also. Himzas, what can you say about today?
Really exciting match day. The first of the Rsdl season, and you could see lots of fun actions from many players. We got out of the 10 games, we only had 1 draw, and
yeah,
that just goes to show you, and lots of goals from both players as well. So she expects more coming tomorrow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching live. We've come to the end of match day 1. A few shout outs to our sponsors, Skate Esports, collaborating with us all the way from Lagos State. Besides you, Game Villa, big ups to you also. Get all your gadgets from them. I mean, they deal in all gadgets, phones, games, portables, basically all manner of gadgets you can think. Game Villa has it all. Esports Federation of Nigeria, we see you. Thank you for endorsing us to do this here in Rivers State. Just Chops, the best of pastries you can get in the city of Port Harcourt. They have it all. Esports African News, our partners, media partners also there. We see you. We see Game Aid, who has been with us from the beginning of the RSPL. We cite you. Also, our media partners, Nexal Gaming, we cite you also. Big thumbs up to you. Hedera Studios, thank you for collaborating with us. Box Exchange, we see you, we cite you. The best platform to do your tradings on. Yes, guys, that is it for match day 1 as we head over to Khan to close us. Khan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sharks. Milia, this was the very first day of the Division 2, and we saw some heartbreak, we saw some oohs and ahs, we saw some underdogs beating the top, the top rated players. I mean, like, did you see any surprises?
Surprises. I didn't expect Roland came to good way. Everybody thinks Roland came so they're taking him to flop, right? But he came with his A game, and I think I was very proud of that.
Wow, shout out to Roland there. I want to shout out to our sponsors, a Bunch Exchange. I want to shout out to our refreshment sponsor particularly. I mean, I enjoyed the chops and all that. I want to shout out to Game Aid. I want to shout out to Game Villa. Guys, keep it locked with us. I mean, what do you have to say to the audience?
Watch us live on YouTube, 43 Esports. Subscribe to our YouTube channel also, and then follow us, watch us every Saturday, 10 a.m. and Sundays, 2 p.m. See you there.
You heard it from Milia. My name is Khan, and until I come your way again tomorrow, keep it locked. Signing out. Bye.
Mm.